Good evening, cuties. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am on time today. Give me 1 second. I'm almost on time. You guys know I always have to get my device ready. But thank you to my mod, Pink Diva. Thank you in advance, sis, for holding it down for me. All right, guys, I am almost there. All right. Got it. Currently, we have 226 people watching. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like for me. It's free. Now, I'm not sure. Did I do this subscribers only or no, Teddy? Subscribers only or open? I'm not sure. Give me 1 second, guys. Get on my nerves, though. You guys know my little fur babies work my last nerve. Give me 1 minute. All right, now leave me alone. Okay, I am back. So, as I was mentioning, I'm not sure if I have this as subscribers only. Probably so. If you want to participate in the chat, you must be a subscriber. You can definitely take the subscription back after the live if you like, but drop down, chit chat with us. To the Bush watchers, thank you guys for joining me as well. If you can hit the like from the bushes, that will help as well. Yes, a Queen's tea with Gigi. Mr. Man is out here big pimping. You hear me? Big pimping. Let me read some comments and say hello. I'm going to read really me first. The only pimping Martell is doing is pimping females out their panties. He was trying to pimp the courts and to grant him full custody to get Melody's money, but Melody was the MVP. Facts. Yeah, some desperate women out here. We're going to talk about them. But thank you, really, me. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Casino. A Queen's Tea with Gigi again. Linda Gamble. Good evening, Linda. Linda, I don't think I've seen you in a while. I really don't. Thanks for joining me. We got my sis in the house, Maritha. Hey, sis. Thanks for joining me. To my cutie crew, before I get to finishing my hellos, thank you guys so much. We had a great live last night. I hope Bless is in here. Bless is a mess. That Bless was cutting up. Do you hear me? I'll give you guys just a little part of our live. I posted the picture of Chris Fletcher in that Fendi jacket. Now, we know Chris Fletcher is married, but we all got eyes, and that's a fine man, okay? Congratulations to his wife, Nell. But yeah, it was a mess. Bless is too funny. Hey, Pamela. Hi, Gloria. Tunisia, good evening. Evelyn, good evening. Lenora, good evening. Hey, Jay Mooten, how are you? Brooklyn in the house. Maritha, you from Brooklyn? Now, I know you from Florida. Oh, I think you're saying that to Tunisia. Okay. Because you know I love your Florida accent, so I'm like, nah. Hey, Neva, cutie crew member. Hi, Carolyn. Hey, Lizzie, cutie crew member. Good evening, Anita, cutie crew member. S. White, good evening. Vondell, Brenda, good evening. Lady Leo, good evening. Trending at some point, good evening. We got Titi in the house. Titi is a cutie crew member. Cinnamon Swirl, good evening. Bevy Jax, Cutie Crew member, good evening. Vashalas, Vashalas Jules. Finally, early for a live. Yay. Hello. Hey, Lois, Cutie Crew member. The pics are hilarious. Child. I tried my best. I said, let me find an old pimp. Liddell, good evening. Karma Girl, good evening. Anita Howard, good evening. Deborah Jackson, Miss Reese, Monica Taylor. We got Leah's grandma, Cutie Crew member. April, JMB Signatures. Denise, VG. My sis, my mod. Pink Diva in the house. Elizabeth Holmes. Hey, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was cutting up as well last night. The Cutie Crew is something else, child. Believe me. Elise B, good evening. Regina Ashby, good evening. Flory Hook, good evening. Crystal Ivy, Cutie Crew member. Rosalind, good evening. Annette, good evening. Jine, good evening. Cheryl Howard in the house. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, May May. Cindy Jackson, Cutie Crew member. Elisa. Hi, Elisa. Hey, Tia P. Tamara, Valencia. Cheryl, Canada, Cutie Crew member. Priscilla. We got Bad Apple in the house. Hey, Bad Apple. Bad Apple has some very good suggestions last night. And yeah, we had a little debate about it. She's a Cutie Crew member as well. Thank you, Bad Apple, for joining me. Tanisha, good evening, Cutie Crew member. This is Nina Simone. Hi, Nina. I like the way you spell that. All right, we got Saint T, Geneva. We got Native One, Sexy Mama. Let's see, Dee Dee in the house. Annette, 1408. Wow, Cutie Crew member. I am blessed. Pecan Pam, good evening. Melissa, good evening. All right. Okay, it was open, May May. Okay, that's cool. I ain't tripping. All right, it is open. Okay, that's cool. Michelle Davis, good evening. Yes, Valencia, they work my nerves like for real. Love them, love them, love them. I got 3 of them, and I won't be getting any more. That's all I'm going to say. Child, they are, somebody told me they are kids that never grow up and leave the home. Them fur babies. Sexy Mama, good evening. Charlene Bush, good evening. Victoria, good evening. Demita Joe, good evening. I'm just saying. Cutie Crew member, good evening. Lavita, all right. Donna James, good evening. Yes, hit the like on your way in, guys. Hey, Cheryl. Dion, Janet, Jackson, good evening. Before I finish my hellos, I'm going to stop the music real quick. Rest in peace to Tina Turner. Oh, I was so heartbroken when I heard the news earlier. A legend, an icon. And she lived a very, very good life, especially once she left Ike. But yeah, rest in peace to Tina Turner. A lot of people on Twitter were posting Angela Bassett. Angela definitely should have gotten an Oscar for her playing Tina Turner. It was absolutely amazing. But yeah, rest in peace to Tina Turner. Let me finish my hellos and we are going to get started. Pink Rose, good evening. Vivian, good evening. Neva, good evening. All right, let's see. Sherry G in the house. Hey, Sherry G. Any content creators in the house? You guys make sure to subscribe. Sherry G is a content creator. Love her content. Sharonda, good evening. Miss Pia in the house. Hey, Miss Pia, Cutie Crew member. Monica Gillespie, Lady B, Nicole B, Yvette Walker, Erica Fleming, You Too Cute, Cutie Crew member. My Cutie Crew represents. You hear me? Thank you all for joining me. Miss Bridget, Cutie Crew, not a Cutie Crew member yet, but good evening, Miss Bridget. Who said that? Cutie Crew member. Hey, who said that? Thank you so much when you send me content from YouTube. I really appreciate it. Who said that also sent me a hilarious picture of Wanda and Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son. And when I tell you I just cracked up, I did share that on the community wall for the members. Louisiana Chick in the house, Trisha Berry, Cutie Crew member, Joanna, Sis Zakia, Diane, Tara Christie, Charmaine H in the house from B More, Baltimore in the house. Thanks for joining me. Charlene, thanks for joining me. Daphne Thomas, Cutie Crew member, thanks for joining me. Melita, thanks for joining me. Teresa West, thanks for joining me. All right, we have A. Williams, thanks for joining me. Charlene Bush, thanks for joining me. Tiff Jones, Victoria. All right, Deneen, Shirley Ann in the house. Hey, Shirley. Cheryl Howard, big pimpin' looking more like a wimp with no limp. Thanks. Tamika Jones, good evening. Sunday Chevy, good evening. Bless is a mess. Bless probably working on her homework. I'm sure she'll join us soon. Love me some Bless. Teresa West, good evening. Elizabeth, good evening. CRL, good evening. Sexy Mama, good evening. Nicole B, thank you so much for joining the Cutie Crew. New member. Sexy Chocolate, good evening. I'm just saying, Cutie Crew member. Sophia, Valeria, C. Lewis, Miss Shar in the house. Hey, Miss Shar, Cutie Crew member. 803 is where I be. Thanks for joining me. Nicole B, yes, thank you so much. Hey, Debbie. Debbie be cutting up as well. All right, we are getting down to the bottom, guys. I have Lisa W. Good evening. Evie Lacey says, Chris is fine and best dressed. I am side-eyeing him for never checking Martell. He says nothing. Yeah, the men stick together, it seems like. But I feel you. Hey, Teresa, I'm glad you made it as well. We got Miss J. Miss J. Okay, do not type again in the chat. I know your hours. I know you always chatting and commenting while driving. Just listen till you get home, please. All right, A. Williams, you say you saw a post about Martell suit line, and you would know that this man is accused of these atrocious crimes of revenge, P, because the females were all, I'm not sure what that last one, I don't know. Maybe you can spell it another way and I can get it. All right, let me get down so we can get started, guys. We have Connie Burns, Victoria, Sharon, Immaculine Davis, Catherine D., Yvonne Wilson. We got my girl SKR, Cutie Crew member, Lori A. Williams. All right, I got Trisha, Rare Sunshine, Cassandra, Joy. Hey, Joy. A Queen's Tea with Gigi. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Cutie Crew. Red Eye Gal, good evening. Charlene, Prophet is None 1, 50 Plus Fitness. Oh, I need to go to your page. I'm in that area, and I need some help, child. Zen Garden said, where is my money? Bob the Builder. What a name. Good evening, good evening. All right, Marcy. Hatsanook, I believe, Kim, Yvette Khan, Cutie Crew member, Lisa G, Cutie Crew member, Samantha, Gwendolyn, Nikki, Jackie, Simply Beautiful, the Love and Marriage Huntsville historian. You ever have a question, contact Simply Beautiful. She got all the facts. All the facts. All right, St. Louis in the house. Yaya Brown Sugar D. All right, we getting down, we getting down. Valerie, Lisa G. Okay, Marva, Peggy Jones, Lady B. I saw my first Me Too on reality TV today. Vanderpump Rules, the actual behavior. What? My sister watched Vanderpump. I'm gonna have to ask her. Nola, Ella, Beautiful, BIPT Flame, Love TV. Good evening. Hope, Nicola, Andretta, Tanya, Peaches, PN2, Doreen, Faith Speaks, Cutie Crew member. All right, I think I am down to the bottom. Squint, rest in peace. Yes. My sound better not be off. What? Angie L. It couldn't be because a lot of people were responding back to me. Please put a 1 in the chat, guys, if you can hear me. You got to, yeah, because I mentioned Chris Fletcher and people are commenting about him. You just threw me all the way off. Okay, thank you, Jennifer White. I see you on my other device. Okay. If I missed any one of you, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm glad you guys can hear me. To Pink Diva, my mod, if you hear me echoing, please just let me know. I did some mic adjustments and hopefully we are good. 903 people watching. Thank you guys so very much. To any of my cutie crew that joined, and if I didn't acknowledge you, thank you guys so much. And we are going to get started. Okay, and thank you guys for putting the 1 in the chat as well. Okay, sis, thanks so much. All right, guys, so I decided to just come live so we can talk about Mr. Martell and all these women that are coming out of the woodworks. We also have more news. One woman, I think we talked about it in my members only live, and a lot of people have been discussing her on YouTube and Facebook, but it was the Lady D that really busted Mr. Martell out. But yeah, let me get some pictures going because let's see here. How is this gonna let me scroll over? Show all. Okay, let's see. I want to start with, oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh geez. Okay, let me open it this way. Okay, so that's that one. Well, we can start with that one because this is it. And shout out to Here for Hot Tea. I saw this picture on her page, and this is what all of the women are impressed with, ladies. And before I get into more about the women, this what's going on out there in them streets. And they acting a fool. You hear me? Especially Miss Belinda. So we'll definitely get into more of that. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. But where's that, bro? What's going on? What's going on? So let me stop sharing that. Let me get to some more pictures. I just wanted to give you guys the breakdown of the women. Some people had one lady as, where is it? Oh, geez. Ay. Give me 1 second. What happened? One of the ladies, it was going around YouTube that she was Belinda. And she's not. But she was a little thirsty. So first, I hope I don't have to. Jeez. I am, guys. Give me 1 second. Maybe I could do it this way. Nope. Let me get out of this. And I'm going to go back here. Let me open this in a new window. Give me 1 second. All right. So first we are going to start with this young lady. I'm not going to give her name just in case other people have not shared it. I definitely don't want to dox her. Give me 1 second. What's going on tonight? 1 second, guys. This is crazy. Let me do it this way. Okay. I always say apologies. My apologies. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to open it this way. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Now let me go to this. Okay. So this lady here, again, it was going around YouTube that she was Belinda. She is not Belinda. She is a first runner-up of the Miss DC for America. She is retired from the Army. She's a grandmother, a cancer survivor, as well as a motivational speaker. I do have a little more. I want to show you guys her comments. She has since deleted this post, but I got it the first day that she was posted on YouTube when she tagged Martell. So let me get back to that. Everything is a mess on my end right here. So give me 1 second. And I had everything ready before I started tonight. I really did. Okay. So let me open this one and share this one. I'm going to read you guys her comments real quickly. All right. So here was the first day that she posted Martell. I'm not sure why she deleted it. I'm sure people just swarmed her comments. But if you guys look closely, she said, I love me some Martell. That's my mans in them. Forget what they talking about. Then somebody else put, he fine. No, the person put, I love me some Martell. That's my mans in them. Forget what they talking about. She responded, LOL, he's fine. Then somebody else commented, fine boots. Last person put, girl, run from Martell Holt. And yes, run as fast as you can. After that, she went on to say, and we'll go ahead and open this one and share this one. This is going to be a lot because I got all the women, but not too much. It's only 9 slides. So she went on to say, let me get here. Present. And I had this in a video, but for some reason, my iCloud will not open on my desktop. But anyway, she put, he is such a cutie. LOL, I was starstruck. And then somebody else put, y'all look cute together. Just saying. So yes, that is not Belinda, but I do believe if Mr. Martell is interested, the way she was talking on that post, she ready. So that's the first woman. Next, we are going to go to Lyric. Let me get out of this screen. Let me download this real quick. Open this. Now, Lyric and Martell, they got a little history. But she was the one that was at Candy's restaurant with Martell at Blaze. So this is Lyric. And Lyric has been in a couple movies. She also starred on Beyond the Pole, ATL. So I do have more pictures of her and Martell, but she was definitely tied to him. Not sure if she's one of the women that Mr. Martell is still seeing. Let me get the pictures of her and him. Give me 1 minute. I wish my video would have downloaded, because then I would have just been able to play it and pause. But give me a second, guys, and then we're going to get on into the conversation. Okay, so here is Lyric and Martell. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these pictures. Here they were at some type of affair. Martell looking like a big old pimp. His shirt is open damn near to his belly button, giving off sexy tease, if that's what you want to call it. And let me get the other pictures. The other pictures were captured by Freddie O. So you guys know Freddie O is the photographer in Atlanta. He's the same photographer that took those pictures when Martell and Sheree were first spotted. So let's see here. Thank you to the 1,251 people that's watching. We will be on to the content real soon. But here is the picture of Martell and Lyric in Blaze. That's one of the pictures. They were in a deep conversation. And according to Candy, it was all set up. So Candy said that, I believe that Lyric, if I'm not mistaken, and I am going to say allegedly, I believe Lyric may be the cousin of Candy's former assistant, Carmen. Now, don't hold me to that as factual, but that's what I heard. Carmen then called Candy, said that Martell and Lyric would be at Blaze doing this photo op to get his name out in the streets. So Mr. Martell has been trying everything to, get out there. But yeah, that's another picture of them in Blaze. Again, I'm not sure if they still have anything going on. We do know that he's been making his rounds. Now, the one that we've really been talking about, the one that I feel like is really his girlfriend, or however you want to call it, and I didn't even include Sheree. After watching this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, that's so phony and fake that I just didn't even bother. I'm convinced that Sheree and Martell both are just doing whatever for a storyline. But this lady here, Belinda, I really wouldn't have a problem, and I guess I shouldn't, with who Martell is dating. He should date. It is what it is. But I am so disgusted with her now, with her posting Boss Baby on her Instagram page on Mother's Day. The disrespect is just crazy to me. But I do believe, like I said, that she is the main one now that's basically volunteered to be involved with Martell Holt. I don't understand why. But yeah, very disrespectful. She hangs out with Dusty Destiny. Dusty is the wing woman for Martell, and she wondered why Mel cut her off. I'm sorry, I just have a thing when it comes to loyalty, even if I'm no longer speaking with a friend, a former friend, or whatever. I would never date their man. I would never set their man up with other people and all of that. But yeah, Belinda seems to be the one. You guys know the news that they purchased land together. Then she transferred it to him. He transferred it to his company, then to his mama or something. I don't know. I think his mother is involved in his company as well, Holt Media. And then now that land is all in Mr. Martell's name. But they're saying that allegedly Belinda is the one that may have fronted Mr. Man the money. We know Martell, I don't know, but I can almost figure that, funds may just be a little low. He never paid my girl Mel back her $17,000, and we wondering why. So yeah, I believe that Belinda just may have fronted that money. Last but not least, and I do have some better pictures that I'm going to put up of her. It's the forever sad chick coleslaw. Now, Ariane Curry, if you ask me, should feel like a fool because this man has been playing in her face the whole span of years that they've been together. And it's kind of sad. You guys know I say I don't have too much pity for Ariane just because of the disrespectful behavior that she had when she started this affair with Martell. I've always said affairs and all of that is nothing new. A lot of people have experienced it. It's been around forever, but it was the way that, this girl thought she was the wife and Mel was the side chick. And yeah, I just wasn't rocking with that. But I am going to put up a better picture of her. My suggestion to her is, girl, what are you doing? If you don't run as far away from this man as possible, number one, Martell is really in a different caliber now when it comes to the socialites in Atlanta. They're dressing in designer clothes and designer bags and designer shoes and got a little something going on. Belinda has podcasts and all this other stuff that's going on. We already know what the ex-wife is doing and was doing while she was married. And I'm sorry. The only thing that I think that Ariane has to offer to Martell is her body. And it's like, when will enough be enough? We know that she always says, well, he checking for me. Martell is still checking for me. And when are you going to stop allowing him to check for you? Not one public appearance as far as his wine launch or the upscale magazine thing or the soup line or anything. You've put in a decade with this man, and here it is. Other women are basically claiming him, and he claiming them. So, I still don't have too much pity for her. It's a shame that she's wasted a decade, and if she does not realize what's in front of her, she's gonna waste another decade. Craziness. But that's all that I have really on the women. We have other topics to discuss, but I'm curious to hear you guys' opinions on these women that are desperate, if you ask me, when it comes to Mr. Martell Holt. So I'm definitely going to drop the link and I'm going to pin the link. Give me 1 second. And then we'll definitely talk about, let me do this phone. I'm sorry, guys. Who is crazy over here? But feel free to click the link, guys. Let me get in my YouTube. All right. Currently, we have 1,465 people watching. Thank you guys so much. We have 695 likes. Let me get into the chat. Mildred Kinsey, a couple of your comments are flagged. Please make sure to misspell as much as possible some words. But yes, he got them in every area code. So I know what you're talking about. And Mildred, I'm drinking water tonight, so no peer pressure from you tonight. I'm sorry, sis. All right, guys. I see a couple people backstage. Let me let up a few people. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me see something, guys. Oh. This is going to be bad, but I'm going to do it. Hold on, backstage. I'm coming. Where is that picture? I have to wait on that. I was going to put Martell's small print as an overlay, but I'm going to chill for now. I'm going to chill. Hey, sis, Marita.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining me. That's good to hear. Hey, Ann.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I am really great.
That's good to hear. Thank you for joining me. Let me add up a couple more people. We got my sis, Pink Diva. Hey, sis. Can you hear me, Pink
Sis,
Diva?
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear
Okay.
you now. All right, we got a couple more. Red Girl, thanks for joining me.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Red Girl. How are you?
I'm fine. How's everybody?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks for joining me. Let me add a
You
couple more people up. Elizabeth home. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. Good.
Hello, hello.
How are you, Elizabeth?
I'm doing well tonight. Thank you.
That's good to hear. And we also have Cheryl Williams. Hey, Cheryl. You there, Cheryl? Cheryl Williams. Going once. Cheryl Williams. All right, Cheryl. I'm going to remove you because we got a couple more people backstage. Try to come back. If you, I think she just unmuted her mic. Cheryl, if you can hear me, come back. I had called you a couple times and there was no answer. Brown skin lady, hello.
Hey, how are y'all?
I'm good.
Hey.
Good.
That's good to hear. Thanks for joining me. Okay, Cheryl, I saw your comment backstage. Come back. We are going to start with the first person, my sis, Maritha. Maritha. All right, Cheryl, I see you backstage. Do you want to be on camera? Cheryl, you can turn your camera off if you don't want to be on camera before I add you. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see, because I got to add you to hear you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, panel. All right. Cheryl, did you say you're okay with being on camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, this is my first time. I'm super excited. I've been listening. I actually never thought that I would join anywhere, but I absolutely love your voice.
Oh,
It is extremely soothing, and I appreciate the intelligent women that you place on your panel. Hi, ladies, and
thank
sometimes gentlemen. Um,
Okay,
I
Cheryl.
and my name is Cherie.
Oh, Cherie, I'm sorry, and I see it spelled that way. My goodness. All
It's
right.
okay.
I appreciate you, number one, for having the courage. A lot of people are scared for some reason to click the link, and there's nothing to be scared of. I always tell people, especially if you don't want to show your face or anything like that, but if you're in the comments typing, click the link so you can just say what you want to say. So thanks for joining me, Cherie. We're going to start with Maritha. Maritha, sis, what
Mm-hmm.
you think about the big old pimp? The pimping of Mr. Martell Holt. What do you think about the women? What do you think about him? What's going on? You there, Maritha?
On mute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, you breaking up a little, sis. You on mute again. You want me? Okay, now you off mute. Now you back on mute. Now you
Can you
off.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. My thing is right now, Martell is using anybody that he can
Mm-hmm.
to upset Mel. He
Mm-hmm.
see everything else that he's tried hasn't. It really it kind of how something can knock the wind out you, but it don't knock you down. So
Mm-hmm.
it's at this point now. He you know when somebody do something to your children,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that can really upset you when someone do something to his kids, to your kids. And so now he's using the kids, and that's not what a good father do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the women that and this lady, whoever she is, that's allowing Martell to do that, I don't know if this lady don't care. She don't understand, because people don't understand what you do to others. It comes back to you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and the Bible tells you not to have aught with a person when there's no reason to. This lady has no reason to do this kind of stuff to Mel because
No.
Martell is divorced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mel divorced this man, and for him to now, Mel has been going by what the judge say, not putting the kids on social media, not allow, she's trying to do the right thing. And see, for us, it's so easy to say, if that was me, I'd be going up there knocking on somebody's door. I wouldn't be asking no questions. I
Period.
would be paying behinds up and asking questions later. But
Yeah,
see, Mel is not us. And
I
that's
know.
a good thing because it's not that she has so much to lose. She's trying to do and honor God.
That's
And
right.
sometimes it hurts to honor God. It really do hurt to be still, to stand still, because God say, be still, be
Yeah.
still. And sometimes you say, Lord, you moving a little bit too slow. But I'm glad she's moving the way that she's moving.
Yeah.
Because I know if we see this, she sees this. Mama Van see this.
Yeah.
Marcus see this. The family sees this. And I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure there has been a family meeting. There has been a family meeting. And Mel is going to do what's best for her and her children. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it may look like Martell is getting away with everything. But we got to remember everything that has a beginning has an end.
And
Mm-hmm.
facts. I totally agree with you. A lot of people in my comments earlier because I'm not there yet. I'm just gonna tell you. Let me add Jennifer up real quick. Jennifer White, are you backstage? Jennifer?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, thanks for joining us. Maritha, look, I love God. I'm a Christian, all that good stuff. But pray for me because I'm sorry.
All right.
The disrespect, because we know that, and somebody has an echo. Maybe it's you, Jennifer. I'm gonna mute you. Okay, it was you, Jennifer. We know that Martell is just using her. Hey, Anthony. I'm sorry, guys. Anthony Lofties. I may have to join the membership or something, bro. I saw your little your reel from earlier. A mess. But thank you for joining me, Anthony. Your dental work looks great too. I meant to say that too. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's a lot of us that's in church, all that good stuff. And I get it. And I'm so proud of Mel. I put that clip of Mel telling Martell that she would knock the F out of him for a reason
Yeah.
because we know that she's really not one to play with. But she's on a whole different level now. And it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, if I were Mel, let me put it like this. If I were Mel, a cousin or somebody would have to go see old girl and
Mm.
hey, let's just hit this off. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. But see,
I,
I'd rather get one of them old girls from under the tree.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. I stay on my pedestal, but somebody would have to handle her and Destiny because Destiny, as a former friend, should have been able to say, "Now, look, Belinda, I know Martell asked you to do that, but don't do that, sis. Don't do that." You know. So yeah, I get it, Maritha. Thank goodness that Mel again is handling herself the way that she is, but it couldn't be me. That's all I got to say. So
Mm.
we are definitely going to come back around, Maritha, when it gets to the next little topic. But
Okay.
Anne, what are your thoughts? You are next.
Well, somebody inbox Mel. I'll send you my number because I'm like in the poopy mood anyway. So I'll hand out an ass whooping. I don't got no problem.
Mm, I feel
Okay. But
I,
the one thing that Martell seems to use women that are already emotionally damaged because Belinda is freshly divorced with 5 kids.
mm-hmm.
So he didn't even want to be with his family, and he had 4 kids.
Yeah.
So does she really think that he's going to be there with her 5 plus his 4 and crazy coleslaw son
Yeah.
10 kids?
Um,
I'm like, and then you got to buy him land.
right. What's the appeal? Let me real quick, Ann. Let me see,
Hmm.
because I believe it may be you, Cheryl. It's not Cheryl. Maybe Red Girl. Okay. All right, go ahead, Ann. It was a little feedback, so I wanted to mute everybody else. What's the appeal? What is the appeal when it comes to look? We know Martell is a okay looking guy, but and look, if what happened with he and Mel stayed there when they got a divorce, and if the behavior stopped there, and if he took the steps to make himself a better man, better dad, and all of that, I promise you I wouldn't have anything to say about the man. But we know that what was just revealed last week. I don't want to keep talking about it, but you guys know with the Carson Blue and Ariane, we know that this court case is still fresh from being over. We know of everything that's current. So that's why people still have a problem with Mr. Martell Holt. And I don't get the appeal. I really don't.
Well, it's that's what I said. I really think Martell can figure out women, damage women, because
Mhm.
that's the one thing. He tried to damage Mel, but she was stronger than he could ever be.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the one thing that Mel has, she created that Martell that everybody's in love with. That's
Yep.
why Mel could walk away and say, you know what, have him. Because
Yeah.
really, they would want to be with Melody because she created him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and he's trying to ride his wave as long as he can.
Mhm.
You
I
know,
agree.
that's the appeal.
Yeah, I guess it is, and unfortunately, a lot of people, as long as they are talked about, so a lot of them know that they are going to be a headline or trend for a minute or whatever. But I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I'm just
I
serious.
couldn't do it either.
Yeah, with the history, and not even history. He just called somebody. He called women miserable earlier. I'll share that post a little later. But yeah, I don't get it. But great
Uh,
points, and we're gonna swing back around. Let's get Red Girl's thoughts. Red Girl, what are your thoughts on Martell and his concubines? I should
Concubines. Okay, this is the way I'm looking at it. We all know that the percentage of women to men are greater,
say. Mm-hmm.
especially men of color.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's two categories of women: those that don't care if they share their men or a man. They know about what he's doing and they just don't care. They just want a man. Um, and there's the ones that, like this young lady that um, almost got caught in his web, but she pulled back when she went to that. I forget what she heard, but anyway, she went to that book signing, and he had asked her to loan him $250,000.
Uh-huh.
She
The DJ.
decided, uh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to be part of that. So some women are okay being by themselves and not just settling. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think about um, after you look at his body, what else you getting? I have not seen Martell with a extensive, intelligent conversation with anybody on that show. And I've been watching this show from day one. He cannot get up in front of a crowd and speak um,
Yeah.
off the cuff. So for me, after I get past the looks, I need somebody that I can sit down and have a conversation with.
Right. Right.
All I've heard him say is, what is that term he says? Such things as this?
Thi- Things of that nature.
Yeah, things of that nature. Or no, no, I didn't say that, or I didn't do that. So I'm not getting the appeal further than the body and maybe some I don't know what he's doing sexually. He's got to be doing something that's making these women stick. But if I were the ones that continue to be in his circle, I would be concerned because it seems as though he's going in there raw dogging.
Mm-hmm.
And these different type of ailments that's going around don't discriminate.
That's true. That's so true. Great points.
Yeah, I just and I also want to speak on what Maritha said about, with this lady showing Boss Baby on her post.
Uh-huh.
I'm a believer. And one thing I can say, God's still working on me.
Me too.
Because you know what? You can do whatever you want to me and you could jab at me personally, but don't use my child as a pawn. Don't
right.
put my child on your post on Mother's Day, because I'm not gonna be I can't say that I'm gonna be responsible for what I do to you next time I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That's just how I am. That's how I roll. I grew up like that. I'm quiet. I don't mess with anybody. But don't taunt me. You can not with my children. You can't.
Right.
Don't taunt me.
Right.
Because I'm coming for you. And I've had instances where I've had a grown woman threaten my 17-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not get to her, but I knew everybody that she hung around with. And every time I saw one of her friends, I sent a message. I told her, I said, if she put her hands on my child, tell her I'm coming looking for her.
It's on and popping.
And she better be ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really a shame, Red Girl. I'm with you. I'm not there yet. For, that level of disrespect. And it was just totally uncalled for.
It was.
Yeah, this lady has 5 kids.
It was.
5 kids. The youngest is a cancer survivor.
Right. And you don't do that.
Yeah, you definitely don't do that.
You got to be careful about how you move. If you gotta, because sometimes your whatever you sow don't come directly to you.
Yeah.
It can jump you and jump on the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So people need to be careful. And let me tell you, just like I think it was Maritha said or somebody, Martell Day is coming very soon.
Yeah.
So just like the Bible said, it rains on the just and the unjust.
Right, right.
So
I'll take it from outside of the Bible. Every dog has
every dog got his day.
Will spin the block, and
yes, it will.
It's disgusting because we know that he had her to do it, but we're definitely gonna swing back to that Red Girl. So hold your thoughts real quick. Let me read what my bro Anthony Lofty's put in the chat. Baby, there is a female on the cast cheating as we speak.
What?
Out of here, Anthony. I know you're going to drop the T. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I got an idea. Let me ask you this. I'll say it in a roundabout way. Would that female that's on the cast happen to have been one that just recently moved into an apartment? And is the husband still in the house? Allegedly. But we'll chat real quickly before I get to Pink Diva. Somebody put that, did I hear that Belinda has her home for sale? I did hear that. Do we think that she's moving to Huntsville? I don't know. I do think that if she is willing, she will be the one that Martell will marry. I'm not sure if you guys remember when they were acting like she was just this random woman that he picked to go to her home and cook. She was thirsty as ever in that video. But at that time, Martell was so impressed. He said on video, oh, he has this 10,000 square foot home, and I'm only in a 4,000 square foot home. So I think he's in it for real when it comes to her, because let's be real, he's looking for somebody to take care of him. I believe that I know a little bit about her ex-husband, but I think that they did okay money wise. So I can definitely see that. Before I get to you, Pink Diva, let me acknowledge 2 super chats. Jeanette, thank you so much. Jeanette put, the Kool-Aid must be toxic. These women drink. For real. I totally agree. Cookie from the Shy, thank you so much for the super chat. Good evening, QT, chat, mods, and panel. Martell possibly had a lot to do with the picture. Also, having the kids call her bonus mom. Martell had everything to do with the picture, because I just don't see her posting it on her own. And she's a fool, if you ask me, because that means that man's mind is still on his ex-wife. He wants you. He's going to use you to taunt her. So just a hot mess. To the 1.65K that's watching, thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button for me. To those that's watching in the bushes, thank you for joining me. And sis, Pink Diva, what are your
Hey,
thoughts on this matter?
I agree with what everybody else has said on the panel thus far. I really truly believe that this is another scheme from Martell. He will do any and everything to get a reaction out of Mel. And
Yep.
I think he is purposely allowing these women to do this because he wants an interaction from her. He wants to hear from her, and she's not getting it. I think it's very tasteless and disrespectful
Yeah.
because just as a woman, I don't care if he is who you're dating, but you know what's going on between the two of them. And even if you didn't, just out of respect for the next woman,
Yeah.
especially a woman that you are following, so clearly you're watching her.
Mm-hmm.
Why dare you? And you know he has already explained to you that they aren't supposed to share the kids. And for you to allow him to manipulate you into doing it on your page, you have to be the lowest of low, and you have to remember that you too have kids.
That's right.
That could very well be you, because
Yep.
once he come in and destroy what you have, then you will see it won't feel so good when the shoe is on the other foot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All facts. All facts. And my level of petty, one of her kids would have been on my page the next, like
Exactly.
but again, we get it and we know, and thank you, Mel, for not even stooping down to that level. What was Mariah's famous saying? I will not get off my chariot to throw tomatoes at you, something like that. It's not
That
worth
part.
it. But my level of
Yeah,
petty,
that
I
part.
promise you, her kids will be all over my page. Two could play that game, but it's not worth it. Mel knows, and like I said, that means Martell is checking for the ex-wife. How dumb can
He
you?
is.
He's
Yep,
still checking for her. I'm gonna use you to get to
he
her.
sure
Come on,
is.
that's
And the
crazy.
thing about it is, you know what they just came out of. You saw that they had a very public divorce and everything that they were going through with the court hearing and all of that kind of stuff. This is a damaged man. He
Yeah,
comes with all this baggage, 5, 6 kids, however many he has. What in the world can he do for you? He ain't got no credit. He's in bankruptcy. He got
mm,
all these kids. He got this loony baby mama that ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
So what in the world could something like this do for you? And how is he appealing? Just off the strength of what I've seen from him just on social media, there's nothing he could ever say to me.
Ever, ever, like
So I
ever.
don't get it. It's just these women and they keep allowing it. And he's
Yeah.
only going to do what they allow.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. It's trifling. It's so trifling. Before I get to you, Elizabeth, I want to read this. I'm not sure if you guys saw Mr. Man calling women miserable, but let's go ahead and read. All right. So he was responding to someone, and he put, miserable women will believe anything. Be more positive and get to know someone before judging, beautiful. with the kissing emoji. This is one of the reasons why if you slow, if you're not up on game, if you don't know the tactics of men, just the beautiful how he ended that and the kissing emoji, that's supposed to be charming. You know what I'm saying? And look, we know what's out here. We know what we've watched since season 1. But let me read her response. She put, well, good thing I'm not miserable, Holt, aka Sweet Thing. You decided to put your life on national TV, so be prepared to take all judgment or criticism. You should be more positive when it comes to your ex-wife and your kids. I'm born and raised in Alabama, so please slow your roll, you pathetic piece of.
Mm.
So you.
Bam.
Nice day. Thank you, LaQuanda. I'm
That
sorry.
was wonderful. That
She
was great.
read him, didn't she?
LaQuanda, I hope you on YouTube. Drop down. That was
Bam.
a read that he needed. Okay, somebody that's just gonna give him straight facts. How you gonna tell her to be more positive? And we haven't seen you be positive at all. For
Yeah,
real.
he's
You get
condescending.
Yeah, he'll get on camera and try to act like he's positive with Mel. Oh, we're co-parenting great. And then we hear all the details of what really went on during that case, you know. So he a mess. But I just wanted to share that real quick. Thank you so much, sis. We'll swing back around. Let me add Bad Apple. And Elizabeth, go ahead. Hey, Bad Apple.
Hi,
Yes,
Chit
ma'am.
Chat and panel. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Bad Apple.
Hi.
Hey.
Joining us. Thanks for joining us. Hold tight, Bad Apple. Elizabeth, what are your thoughts?
Well, just like Mel said, what did she say? For every demon, 5 blessings,
Uh-huh.
you know,
It's up to
and
7.
what did she say?
It's up to 7 blessings now.
Oh, okay. And so and the people that are coming for her, even Melinda, they're sad because they're letting the enemy use them against Melanie. You know, she's very prayerful, and the devil don't like it. So he's sending his imps for her. you know, and she don't have to say anything because the song says, if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles, I know victory will be mine. Victory gonna be hers.
Yes, it
All
did.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be hers. And I don't care what he do. An old lady told me one time, every long road got an end.
Oh,
Yes.
facts.
Every long road got an end. He could do what he want to do right now, but it's gonna be over after a while.
Yeah.
Can we sing that hymn again? Can we sing that again?
Who is that, Renata?
Hey,
Yes,
Renata,
yes,
sis, I
yes,
didn't know
yes.
you were up here.
Can we sing that hymn again?
Renata.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Victory.
but listen to this, Renata. You seen
Uh-huh.
Chris Fletcher? You seen Chris Fletcher picture last night, and it put you
Oh
to sleep,
yeah.
girl.
Y'all
Who's
booze.
that?
Y'all booze. Yeah, Chris
Let's
Fletcher, y'all
admire
booze.
Chris. Let's admire Chris. Continue talking, Elizabeth, while I bring up Mr. Fine.
Oh no,
Yeah. Oh, do it, do it, do it.
Ooh.
Oh, don't put
Oh,
Renata to sleep again. Renata, you
no,
about to go back to sleep?
no. I was at work. I'm sorry.
We thought you was asleep,
yeah.
No, I was at
but
work.
yeah,
And
I
yeah, but
that's
okay,
what I feel.
Elizabeth.
That's how I feel. That's all I had to say.
Yeah,
You heard me?
and you are absolutely right. There won't be any good. Nell Fletcher, my apologies, sis. We just wanted just to admire for a second. Chris Fletcher
Mm-hmm.
he wore the heck out of this Fendi jacket. Distinguished gentleman. Now, a lot of people are saying
Yes.
that's Martell get away with whatever. I think Chris and his wife have been there for Mel and Martell for quite some time. And, they probably all talked out. All talked out. But, Elizabeth, we definitely going to swing back to you. Let's go to brown skin lady. Real quick. I'm so sorry. Real quick. Thank you, Marcia, for becoming a new member. Jeanette Stewart, Martell can try to the end of time. Mel is done. She's done. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yvette Khan, thank you for the super chat. Could this possibly be a spinoff for Carlos, or is she being used to come up against Mel on the show as the new power couple? Seen her videos with real estate podcasts, speaking engagements, etc. We will never know what Mr. Carlos is up to. I wouldn't put it past him. Time will tell. We'll keep our eye out, but thank you again, Yvette Khan. And real quickly, guys, Miss J, thank you so much for the cash out. I really appreciate it. Go ahead, brown skin lady. What are your
Okay.
thoughts?
Okay, now I'm not as saved and sanctified as the rest of you ladies, so bear with me, please.
Pause. You
Can
ready
y'all
to
hear me?
pause like me?
Get it in, sis.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got my oil. I got my
I'm not
oil ready for you. I
Look,
got my oil ready for you.
get a tub of it. Get a tub of it. But your level of petty is my kind of petty. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I would have found your child and I would have been posting that baby. I would have been kissing on the baby and everything. Yeah. So that's how I am. But now I've never seen such a little wand work so much magic. That
Mhm.
was a. I'm sorry. Like I'm new here. I don't know like the boundaries, but that was a camel toe.
That was a moose knuckle.
That was a moose knuckle. Right. Right. That was
I
a moose
never
knuckle.
heard that one before.
Yes.
I'm gonna
It was.
use
Mhm.
that.
Yep. 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 It definitely was. And I was like, huh? I know you. Okay. Um. But yeah, and one of my questions I wanted to ask you ladies, but you guys pretty much touched on it. Why is he still like messing with Mel? Like, what would be the reason for him to try to upset her? Like what is that all about? That tells me that like mentally he's not well. He has some like, look at this. Look at
Martell is not happy.
It's a moose
Martell
knuckle.
is
You're
not
right.
happy, and it is like how they say misery love company, and it may look like he's happy, it may look like he's having a good time, it may
that.
look like a lot of stuff, but in the inside, Martell is DEAD.
I
And
believe
he's
him.
I
I
been
believe
that
totally
way
agree.
ever since Mel left him. Ever since Mel divorced him, he has lost his way. He can't speak. He don't
him.
know how to conduct business. He can't pass a test. He just can't. He get
Mhm.
all these grand endorsements and stuff like that, and it never lasts. And anything and anybody that's associated with Martell, watch and see it. You know how people say it turned from sugar to ish.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that's what it is. And see, Martell, the more Mel wins, the angrier
He get.
Martell get. He'll
Right.
use anybody. When you start using your children,
Yep.
Yeah.
that means he is lower than an earthworm right now.
Yeah.
Right, right. And my other question, y'all, would be like, as black women, as like if these ladies are seemingly accomplished, why would they? I mean, I understand like a lot of black men, are not available or they're not, whatever situation. There are a lot of good ones, but I understand here, come on. I understand the disproportionate amount of single black men that I guess that we would want or that we pray for, but compared to what we really have, but there ain't no way. There ain't no way. No, me being accomplished, me having a head on my shoulders, me being a mother. Why would you even after seeing another woman go through this, what kind of woman or lack thereof are you to even consider entertaining somebody like this?
Yeah.
Unless it's for a show. Unless it's for the show.
Yeah.
Now that's a possibility.
It has to be more than just for the show. With them purchasing land together and all of that, they've been spotted several times. He was sitting on the sideline just like he used to do with Mel when Belinda was giving a speech at some, affair. And yeah,
Right.
I think that is the real thing. I think that Martell is really honing in on her because she does have a lot of children like he does. But I agree with you. Your standards has to just be in the gutter, just in the
Right.
gutter,
Right.
because
Yeah. Mhm.
even with
Mhm.
her being friends, I'll put in quotation marks with Destiny. Naturally, Destiny is not going to tell her everything that's going on, but Belinda is on YouTube, so she's able to see. what
Mm-hmm.
we see on the show is totally different than what's really going on. And all you got to do is hashtag on YouTube. You'll be able to find the truth. And for
Right.
you
Or just
still
run
go,
across coleslaw. That's enough to run you off, right? I mean,
that's
you
it.
got to deal with her too. Uh-uh.
That's it. The forever side chick. I will never
Sure.
forget because Sheree really was the first public person where, he was spotted with. I made a whole video. Coleslaw, you bet not remain the forever side chick. And she's still holding on for dear life. I
It's
don't
an
know.
area for you. But yeah, but thank y'all for letting me up. This is my first time up here, and I really enjoy this kind of conversation.
Thank you, brown skin lady. Make sure to hit the link again going forward.
I
I
surely
enjoy,
will.
yes, I enjoy what you said. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, boo.
You
But
are
you also know, QT, when women are like that, some women think, oh, he did that to her. He won't do that to me. He's
yeah.
different because I'm not her. So he's not gonna do me like that. And that's just the way some women think. Maybe she think, well, Coleslaw thought she was male. She thought she was above male because of the things that he was telling her. We don't know what this man is telling this lady, regardless of what it is that she's seeing. And so she's saying, well, he's not like that with me. Just like Sheree said, he's not like that with me. So maybe he's not like that with her. Maybe she, feel like I
Mhm.
am the one and he won't do that to me.
Well, you know what, sis? That's the case with most men. That's how it starts when you start dating and all of that. And you do going in if you know just a tad bit of the history that he's different, he's changed, and all of that. But again, we're talking about current events that's happened with Martell, and I just don't get it. So I can guarantee you this: this will play out on Real Housewives of Atlanta, thanks to Candy and Kenya. Mark my words. It's definitely gonna play out. But we're gonna swing back around Maritha Renata. Let me ask Cheryl Howard. Hey Cheryl.
Hey, hello, ladies. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for joining
Hi.
us. To the
Hi.
1800 that's watching, thank you guys so much. I feel so blessed to have that many people watching. Thank you. And we also have 981 likes. So if you are watching from the bushes, please hit like. Renata, you fell asleep on our members only live last night. Are you
No,
asleep
I
now?
didn't fall asleep. No, I ain't sleep now. I was at, me, your sister is a working woman, honey. You
Okay,
know
you
I'm
were at
you
work last night. Okay.
yeah. I'm putting my coins together for this trip, right?
Yeah. We What's your thoughts, sis, on all of these women and
Mm.
Martell playing the role of just big pimping? Like,
Well, let
seriously.
me tell you who I like the most. I like D because she got the hell on.
Oh, yeah, D, let it be known, baby. Put them out
She
there.
Yeah, that's my thought, sister, because we gave our thoughts and stuff the other day on it when we had the members only. But that's it. My girl, my favorite girl, and we don't even know who she is D, honey, because she
But,
got the hell on.
yeah, D
She
bust
was not desperate.
right, and she didn't hold her tongue. I appreciate that, too. And she spotted the game that he was on. The man
And
was on.
one of the only women who had common sense to look for both sides and then come up with her own conclusion. She didn't just listen to what Martell said. She said she saw what Martell said. Then she said she did her own investigation and found out the man was lying about everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's
Mm.
trying to make this woman seem like she's something that she not.
Sure
And
did.
Lord, well, God bless Belinda. Lord, I hope she get a prenup. I hope she, whatever they build together, after they get married, if they get married, that's fine. Y'all can split that. But whatever she got now, I hope, she get a prenup and she's smart and stuff, like
Mm,
Candy did with her husband.
with Todd. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
If
agree. She's
Yeah,
in it for the long run. Like somebody in the comments just said, hopefully he does marry her. That way he can try to leave Mel
he's
alone.
not. He's not.
That ain't gonna happen.
Mel is the
That's
one that
gonna
got
be bad.
away.
Yeah,
Let me
right.
tell you something about men. They can leave you and be all right with that. They can dish it out, but they cannot take it. Had he left her, it wouldn't even be no problem. But
Right?
because she left him,
Yeah.
he gonna torture this woman for the rest of her life until somebody gonna have to really put them paws on Martell or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I'm telling you, he's
I,
gonna bother that. And I don't see why these women don't see that. You can't see this woman. Belinda, you don't watch the show. I know you do because you watching Mel's every move. You like
I see.
Stormy. You're watching her move. That's why you on her Instagram because you trying to see what she got going on. You
Mm,
know this man walked her around. Sheree, you know, I feel so. You know what? I know some of y'all gonna say y'all don't feel sorry for Sheree, but the reason why I'm saying I feel a little bit sorry because for the embarrassment, not because for the embarrassment, because them
well,
girls gonna light her up on RSOA.
she
They gonna lie.
volunteered for it. Sheree knew if we are to believe what she said to Tiffany on this past week's episode that she watched the show.
Yeah,
Watching the show is still really enough.
yeah,
We don't even need all the details that's going on YouTube and other platforms
that's
because
right.
we know what happened on the show.
That's
Long
right.
term affair, wanted his wife to just accept it, and yeah, very disrespectful.
Yeah,
And I could see if the only thing that you were able to see on the show was the marriage, but you saw after the divorce, going through the divorce, everything. So how could you still say, I think I'm gonna try that? No.
I know. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, and sister, when I came on, I didn't even speak to my ladies on the panel. Hello, my sisters. I love y'all so much. Pink Diva, I
Hello.
love you. Auntie Marika, I
Oh,
love you.
love
Who
you
else?
back.
Right, guys.
Wait a minute. Bad Apple,
Love
love
you back, sis.
you. Love
Love
you
you too, Renata.
all. I didn't tell y'all that, because I think about y'all a lot. Y'all always in my prayers. Always know that.
We love
Thank you.
Cause I got to stay,
Thank you.
I have to stay prayed up. Because
yeah,
if I don't stay prayed up and covered, honey, if I go back to who Renata was before, let me tell you something. I'm the type of chick that will kick Belinda door in.
period.
Just for the
Ooh.
picture. Just
Ooh,
for the
God.
picture.
That's
No,
it.
Yep.
just for the picture.
Ooh,
That's it.
Yeah,
God.
I'd have kicked Belinda.
Amen.
I would have kicked Belinda door in back in my days in the 20s when I was in my 20s. I'd have
Yeah.
met Belinda all up in Atlanta. I'd have been outside her door. When she walked out there, I'd have punched her all in her face. Yeah.
No, I would have
Yeah.
went
The
to her
next
job.
the next speaking engagement that she advertised, I'm there.
Yes, you better say it. Now that's
Yep.
how I used to be. But
Yeah,
but we love, but I used to be. Let me tell you something. I'm a type of person. I don't know who said this. You just about can say what you want to a certain extent to me or whatever. I can let it go. But when my child, that's a level that I told y'all. I told y'all I almost threw that lady out the window in the store when she put her hands on my son. Right? I had to
yeah,
go to court for that. I had to go to court for
Yeah.
that.
yeah. That's true.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It
but
was
see, I don't understand that she
At all.
posted somebody else's baby girl, the one that he didn't
Yeah.
believe was his.
Yeah.
That requires me coming to your job.
it was boss baby. It
No, it
was
was
That was
Boss
boss.
Baby, not
Oh,
Sugar
it's
Mama.
boss baby. Oh, that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
like,
it don't matter which kid. It could have been the same.
mm.
It
Yeah,
don't
but
matter which kid. You don't do that.
You don't do that.
oh my goodness.
You
You know.
don't do that.
But
Yeah,
she's getting hers. She got to deal with coleslaw. Mel don't have to deal with her no more.
right. It's coming. It's coming. Let me acknowledge
Yeah.
a couple super chats. Simone Wealthy, thank you so much. You put Hotel is going to treat Belinda worse than coleslaw. Why? Because she has seen all of the dirt he has done and is still all in. So true. Jojo, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Arletta, thank you so much for joining the cutie crew. Renata,
Oprah Winfrey announced today that she's leaving
sis.
to focus on growing.
Renata and Ann, thank you guys so much. We're going to swing back around. Let's get on over to Jennifer White. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on Mr. Pimp, Mr. Martell Holt?
Martell is a lost soul. He is a master manipulator, and that's how he getting those women. See, he ain't happy at all. He got that front on like I'm happy, I'm living my best life. I got this, I got that. He has nothing. He don't have anything, and those women want attention. All of those that surround, they know what he is. They watch that show. Don't think they watch that show. They watch show. They want the attention, and that's what they looking for. See, everybody looking for something. Everybody using somebody for something, but he cannot. One thing about Martell, because I dealt with the Martell, still deal with him. Don't not even with, haven't been with him for years, but deal one just like that. One thing about that main woman, the woman they really like Neil carried him for so long, all those years, he's never going to leave her alone. The reason he's never going to leave her alone because he wants to control her forever. He thinks that's because she was his mama actually for years, and people didn't know that. See, they thought she was carrying him. I mean, he was carrying her, but she was carrying him.
That's right.
You can tell because he's lost. And he going from woman to woman to woman to try to prove to the world, I moved on. No, you haven't moved on. You'll never move on. He's
Nope.
never going to move on. In his head, he's lost. And if you watch every interview, male name can't stop coming out of his mouth. Male name cannot stop coming out of his mouth because he know that was his backbone, but he lost all that. It's over. And you know, she's moved on, but in his head, oh, she still loved me somewhere. We got 4 kids together. He always said, we got 4 kids together. If that you don't care anything about those children, her or anybody else. Martell cares about Martell. I agree with all of you. Let y'all be on point with Martell. Martell, I used to work at a prison for 15 years. And he act just like one of those convicts, a master manipulator. He know how to turn it on. He know how to turn it off. But in the end, he always show his true colors. With each one of those women, he's going to show his true colors. The reason Coleslaw accepted because she don't have a choice. She ain't got nothing. She has nothing else. She wanted. That's her relevancy. He one makes her relevant. So she gonna stay hanging on. But the rest of those women, they gonna run because he gonna show exactly who he is.
Yeah.
But that's all I have. But I agree with all of y'all. Y'all have some good insight. Y'all think the same things I think. I just love this channel. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Everybody,
you said everything too. Now, you know, we're not gonna discredit what you said. I totally agree with you, especially when it comes to coleslaw. She knows nothing else. She has nothing else.
Nothing else.
I wouldn't care if I have to go to a women's shelter.
Right.
Start over. And we know she don't. Her mother lives in.
Yeah, he makes her relevant. If you get on, even if you sitting up there, you know your baby name is Knox, and you say, "Help, stop this." Help, his name is not Holt, is Knox. I mean, you still making him relevant. I seen one of those videos. She was having a conversation with those 2 wives, and she kept saying, "I want to talk about Martell. I want to talk about Martell." And they were like, "No, this ain't about Martell. It's about you." Right. So that makes you know he makes her relevant. That's it.
Oh yeah, he is her full identity at this point, and that's it. That's scary because she has kids. But great. Go ahead, Jennifer.
I said it is very sad that he used that young girl and brainwashed her. He brainwashed her even to hate her own self. She'll sit there and say she'll hate her own self over him. That's just how bad he got. It just, and that lady named Belinda, she another one want attention. If you notice, she keep talking about on the show. I've seen her interviews. She wanted to be on that show.
Well, she's been on it. She's been on Love and Marriage Huntsville a couple times. One for me with Belinda dating Martell is when she ran through that parking lot.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Reopening, launching, whatever of Johnny. She ran like she was his woman, and then she stopped dead in her tracks. So yeah, you're not running at the man like that. If your boy fighting, and you know it's a lot of other people out there, you're not running like that.
That's right.
She's cool.
And see, Destiny set her up with him because Destiny getting money out of that lady too.
Oh yeah,
the same way she did that. She's using her.
Yeah, Destiny is in the Atlanta crowd now. It was just her, but Linda, Delicious, LaTruth's ex-wife, all of them was just that whatever event that was this past weekend, and Destiny was front and center. So you know it's a mess. And it's a shame because it all still centers around one person. Mel is a bad mama jamma.
That's right.
Okay, because everybody thoughts.
Shut your mouth.
See, the thing is, Mel got God surrounding her. She got all of us supporting her. They hate that. They cannot stand all her supporters. They hate. I hear them talking every time. The millimeters. Because y'all thought she was out there alone. Y'all thought it took the dog inside. She gonna leave the show. We keep working on it. And they seen all that support. Some of them backing off her because they scared now. They really scared.
Yeah. And you are absolutely right. She was out there without any support at first. Right. And then women with common sense, if you ask me, were able to look and see what was going on. It was like, no, we're not going to allow this, or we're going to be her voice, or we're going to speak up for her.
Right.
Yeah, they all talk about the millimeters, Carlos included,
Yeah.
Wanda included, and
Just,
it's what it is.
Just because they think it's okay for a woman to be cheated on, abused, mistreated. That's what the men think in their head. They think that you actually supposed to accept what I do to you and be quiet about it. Don't you say nothing. Because if you, I was done like that during my relationship. I had people in my own family going against me. People, thinking I was doing something wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong by leaving us alone and speaking out about
Right.
it. And they're like, you need to be quiet about that, but you don't want everybody to know. Why not? Because
Why?
you can help another woman.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
I'm not gonna let you do me any kind of way. And that's the same way Mel did, and that's why those people treat her that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get it. But everybody, y'all on point, and I have a good time talking with y'all because you can talk freely.
Oh,
You're the best, best blogger to me because
ain't she? Ain't she?
yes,
Let me
because
talk what it
Yes.
is. Let's talk the
she
truth
allowed
up in
people
here.
to
Thank
right.
you.
She allowed
We
people
gonna
to
talk the
express
truth here.
themselves.
We love them all. We love them
That's
all.
No,
right.
we love them all, honey, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You my favorite. I announced that on the
Yes.
YouTube. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I tell the
That's
truth
right.
about what
I
I feel.
second that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
tell the
because
truth
she
about what
allowed
I
people,
feel.
some
yeah.
bloggers don't like you speaking out, and if you don't agree with them, they get angry. Which I had one got angry with me because I was just telling the truth, and they don't like that. So
Mm,
you have to back away from that and say, I'm gonna go with somebody gonna let me speak freely because I'm an outspoken person, but I
yeah.
just like to speak my opinion. And everybody has an opinion. Nobody's gonna always agree with everything
That's
somebody
right.
says.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I'm blushing over here, so I do appreciate the love. And what I give is what I get from
Right.
you all. So thank you so much for
Well, I
that.
love you. And I love your panel.
And
Everybody on the panel, I love all of y'all. Y'all,
Oh, we love you too.
thank
thank you,
you.
thank you.
But sister do get the spirit of blockation every now and again.
Yeah,
I want you to know that.
I blocked
Well, you got to block the trolls. You
yeah,
got to
I
She
get
get
rid
the
of them
blocked
spirit.
trolls.
She get the spirit of blockation upon her.
with the quickness. But thank you, Jennifer. We are gonna go to the next. We're gonna go to Bad Apple next. Real quick, Bad Apple. Let me read Sexy Chocolate's comment. I left it up here for a reason. Miss Belinda may be causing more harm to her brand, aligning herself with little boy Martell. I totally agree.
Hmm.
Anybody even Sheree, it's like, you didn't have to go that route. I get that you want the storyline on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Martell wants the storyline on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I would have found anyone. We remember Kenya paying a man to act like her boyfriend. I would have done that. I'm sorry. Before I tab myself to the drama that comes along with Martell Holt. So great comment, Sexy Chocolate and Bad Apple. Cheryl, thank you
Yeah.
so much for Cheryl. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate
Oh.
it. Oh, Cheryl Williams. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Cheryl. All right, Bad Apple. Hey,
Hey y'all.
hello.
Hello.
It's a great conversation. But Marcel, you asked why he's still doing this, getting all of these women to try to antagonize Mel is because he went to battle with Mel. He just at one point decided she was his enemy and that he needed to destroy her, and he hasn't done it yet. So he's gonna keep his mission. That's what narcissists do. They
Mm,
can't let go of their mission until they feel like it's accomplished, and it's going to bother him forever until he's able to accomplish his mission.
forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
forever. But let me tell y'all about Atlanta. I lived there for many, 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 many years. I was in several different circles. I spent a lot of time in corporate America. So I was around a lot of well educated professional women. I also was an entrepreneur. So I spent a lot of time around, again, very educated, professional, and entrepreneurial women from different backgrounds. And also, I spent a lot of time working as an independent artist. So I was exposed to the music industry part of it and the entertainment and nightlife part of it. And I'm going to tell you this, there is never any sisterhood in a place where there are many, many Black women with a whole lot of resources and a shortage of Black men.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be a stiff competition. And Belinda is definitely competing. She's not only competing with Melody, she's competing with Sheree as well.
Mm-hmm.
What she's doing, I mean, allowing herself to be a part of the triangulation or whatever it's called, she's in the mindset that she's going to win at the end of the day. Because those women in Atlanta, they do not have one problem with competing with you for your man. Just look at, what's her name? Dania Jackson, Derek Jackson's ex-wife. Like, anytime in Atlanta, when there is a man in the environment who is available or semi-available or whatever, it doesn't matter if he's attached to other women. He's going to be fair game. Period.
Yep.
And they're not really looking at brand, because Sheree, look, Sheree has a brand. Like, wouldn't she care about attaching her brand to, wouldn't you think she would care about that? Attaching her brand to a man like Martell?
Yeah, I agree.
Belinda is not. She's not embarrassed about attaching her brand to a man like Mel. It's a typical Atlanta female mentality. I'm sorry to say, but that's just what it is.
That's true. That's true.
That's
right.
horrible.
And
That's
I
sad.
and I'm glad you said that with you living there before. I didn't want to speak bad because naturally there are people in Atlanta in successful relationships and all of that, but they say the pickings are slim based on the high population of the gay community and all of that. And they said it's a lot of women that's just down with a whole lot, sharing and everything else. So
yeah, they are. And they're high quality women too, as far as like on the surface. You know, they're beautiful. They're, you know, they're well to do. They got careers, they got businesses, you know, they have resources. These are not like, these are women who you would think they would be like, you know, I'm better than that. You would think they would have standards. But once you get around, you know, I don't know how it's cultivated, but once you get in that environment and you get around these women, a lot of women, I think they just adopt that whole mentality, and they, like you said, they be down for whatever. And they know they're not the only woman. They know you got other women out there or whatever, but they just get in the competition, and their objective is to win and be the last woman standing.
That's crazy. And then you got all of them with the builder bodies, most of them, you know what I mean? It's just low self-esteem, I would say. I just don't get it. But
that's part of it, low self-esteem, because when you get in the environment and you see you're gonna have to really compete to get a man, that I think that may affect some women and have them lower their standards and affect their self-esteem in a way, because it's like, it don't matter how good you look, it's always going to be somebody that look better than you. It don't matter what you got, it's always going to be somebody that got more.
And I agree with you with Belinda. Seemingly she's doing well for herself, and they do run in some circles in Atlanta. I've seen, well, back when she first came on the scene, as far as when it comes to love marriage, Huntsville, but you know, her and the other girl, I can't think of her name, with the short blonde hair, where, well, they've done things with Rick Ross and a whole lot, you know. And is it that bad where Martell with these 5 children and a crazy side chick of a baby mama, what you really want?
Yeah, there's no shortage of women who would turn a blind, who would turn him down. You know what I'm saying? Or who wouldn't turn him down. Let me say it like that. What I'm trying to say. There's no shortage of women that he has his pickings of.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta in particular, especially.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's anywhere. We've talked about it in my members only. We may have talked about it on the regular live, but a lot of men will never have a problem getting a woman, unfortunately, no matter his past, because it's just a lot that's just willing to accept whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I just saw somebody mention in the comments, it's always a transplant. Speaking about Atlanta. Yes, I was a Texas transplant. But I lived there for almost 20 years. Okay. So I've been all over, up and through the city and met all kinds of people. So I know pretty much what I'm speaking on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no offense to anyone that lives in Atlanta. And this is just Bad Apple's opinion. No harm meant. But great points, Bad Apple. We're definitely going to swing back around to you. Cheryl Howard, what are your thoughts on Big Pimpin'? Martell.
He ain't no pimp. He a wimp. Please, it ain't like he rolling. He act like he rolling with A-list women. He ain't rolling with no A-list women. Come on now. Even Melody was the only A-list celebrity he'll ever know in this lifetime. At least he rubbed shoulders with Morris Chestnut and Tina Knowles and Beyonce and Jay-Z. Who he rolling with? Them women are not A-list. Not even Belinda. She ain't no A-list. Yeah. Besides, she got a little something going on, but she's not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And neither one of them, Destiny ain't no big deal. Yeah. Ariana, she's on the D list. Dumb, delusional, and just deranged.
So the 3 Ds, child. You say dumb, delusional, and deranged. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And then Sheree ain't even really on the A list. I'm sorry. That shit by Sheree. Oops, sorry.
Oh, sure.
I'm sorry. That ish by Sheree, that ain't going nowhere. These women.
You know what though, Cheryl? When it comes to Sheree, she is, in my opinion, just based off of these reality stars in Atlanta are their A-listers in Atlanta, and Sheree is a part of that. She is considered Atlanta's royalty.
But why she don't act royal? Why she don't act like royal? I said, why she don't act like an A-list woman? Why she don't act like it?
I don't know.
She don't act like an A-list woman. A-list women don't roll with dirt bags like Martell. Yeah, they roll A-list roll with A-list. Mm-hmm. You're not an A-list and you rolling with a D-list. Come on, right. How are you an A-list?
Not You're right. You're right.
Not
I agree. It's sad, and in the beginning, this is what I'll say about Martell and Sheree. And I'm not gonna say much because I have it in my video tomorrow, but they couldn't even play the part. You would think that it was so obvious. It was especially obvious in this last episode that they're just doing this for show. And if you're doing it for show, do it for show. You can't even hold on and make the people believe to make that money because they both have the platforms to make that money. It's really not normal for two different competing networks to allow their stars to be on the other show. And they couldn't even parlay that and make people believe it. Martell had zero chemistry with Sheree. Zero.
It seemed to me like it was real for her, but it was fake for him. Mm-hmm. I think that she caught feelings for Martell. I really do. I can tell the body language. She caught feelings for him.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think
she caught feelings for him because it's no way, as big as Sheree is in Atlanta, would she have to pay 10% of her money, 20% of her money to have this man on her arm when Sheree is a beautiful woman. It could have had any rich younger man on her arm. She would have been better off getting with 50 Cent. Come on, you gonna get with a poor broke dude like him?
I don't think Sheree got any options. I think Sheree ain't got no options, or she would already have one. She went after Tyrone, the jailbird. She ain't got no options. She's sitting home.
But I'm saying for somebody, you choose not to have an option. Sheree can surround herself with better men than she's getting. She chooses that.
I
This is
don't
something
think
that she
so.
have to do. This is something
I
that she
don't
gonna have to do.
think
She know
so.
too many nice, good-looking, rich men in Atlanta that she could have got with that might be interested in her, and she gets with Martell after everything she's heard he's done.
Yeah.
Got
I
that
don't
low
think
self-esteem.
I just want to say this. I don't think so because Sheree is known in Atlanta, yeah, from the Housewife
Mm-hmm.
and from other things also. And I'm not sure she can have her pick of men because if she could have her pick of men, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have picked Martell. And we know those
Oh
two are going
Lord,
to have a falling out over money because we know
Lord.
Sheree don't like to pay nobody.
So dumb.
I mean, but
And
she
so,
had a man.
and I feel like him being on Housewives, this is just me. I feel like that Andy is going to let this play out, how it's going to play out. And in the end, the way Martell is coming over there like a Tasmanian devil, he is going to have to let Sheree go because she's bringing someone over to disrupt the flow at the house. And they could go in on each other, but you're not
Mm-hmm.
going to bring somebody else in to go on, to go at these women like that. Because we know Kenya can stand for herself. We done seen that. We know
Mm-hmm.
Candy can stand for herself, and she got Todd, for her backup and stuff like that. Not that she really need backup, but Sheree is bringing Martell in, and Martell is coming in behaving the way that he behaved in Huntsville. And this is
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta. It's more elite than Huntsville. And so
Right.
this is me. I feel like Andy is letting Sheree do this. And when the end of the season, the end of the season, and they be handing out the contracts, she could stand by that mailbox to this time next year. She's not getting another contract. Kim Zodiac is going to take her place.
You think so, Maritha?
Yeah.
Well, let me
See, they
tell you
bringing Kim in as her. She's bringing Kim in as her friend, but next season Kim gonna be. You know how Kim is.
Sheree gonna be gone.
Kim don't care about nobody but herself.
Mm-hmm.
this.
But
I honestly
Marita,
believe she's not gonna be a peach holder next year.
right,
Yeah.
but Marita. So why is she meeting him to the family and all of that? She ain't serious about him. If you ain't serious about a man, why you meeting him to your family and all that?
Because that's what
Why?
desperate women do. That's what they do. Instead, they know what it is. He probably, what it is. A lot of times, that's why you shouldn't be sleeping with people. Sometimes casually, if you can't control your emotions, because
Mm-hmm.
women, when we sleep with men, sometimes, most times, we start to attach feelings. Now,
Right.
they could have told you so many times, "I ain't looking for no girlfriend now. I ain't want no girlfriend. We just having fun." But you know
Right.
us, we get to laying, and we just start getting all these feelings. And I think that's what happened to Sheree. I,
Exactly.
I'm
Thank
just
you,
Good
Rhea.
point.
saying.
Thank you.
I think that's what happened to Sheree,
Thank
and
you.
so now she's all in her feelings. But
Yeah.
she one thing about Andy, he don't like no fake storyline. So when he come to find out this is fake, Sheree is going.
Huh.
Let me tell you this, and this is what I say when I say Martell and Sheree are slow.
Yes,
Because if they both went into this knowing that this was a storyline,
right.
give the people a storyline. Because at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, even Andy or Carlos wouldn't be able to tell if they were playing their parts the way that
Yep,
they should have. They
yep,
can't say, "Oh, that's fake," if you giving us what looks like is real.
yep.
And it's been done. But it's just that Martell has his hand and his penis in other different areas.
You
So
better
he
say that painness.
I
pain,
love when you say that.
I
Heinous.
love when she say it. The painness.
And when you say J, yo.
The painness.
but
Heinous.
yeah, PAY, penis. He got his penis in other areas, so he can't act all the way like he should have. And they fumbled the bag, if you ask me. I would have look, y'all done already went this far. I would have took it there. Do you hear me? I would have
Yep,
had a wedding special on Bravo
yep,
because those people get paid $2-3 million for a wedding
yep.
special, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't fake the funk because he got coleslaw that he telling is fake. He got Belinda he telling is fake.
That's
He got
right.
somebody else he telling is fake, and he can't express fakeness when it comes to his feelings for Sheree. You
So what is
know,
he telling Coleslaw about Belinda?
girl, who knows? It's fake. It's
I
fake.
think she
He still
probably
that he was
just found out about Belinda.
he still slept with Sheree. That's not fake. He slept
Oh
with her.
yeah, they slept with
They
each
slept
other.
together.
Yeah,
They had sex.
I'm
Oh
sure of
yeah,
that.
I
Well,
think
how she's
for sure that they
I'm
slept
sure of
together.
that.
Oh
so
yeah,
what is Belinda's connection with Bravo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
bravo.
Yeah, she
Yeah, they
connected with
said she has a
Bravo.
connection with Bravo.
Yeah,
Like
she will
I
do.
heard that she was supposed to have some kind of dating show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about that. I
Yeah,
didn't
she
hear
connected
about
with
that.
Bravo.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Dear Future Husband
Their future husband. Yeah, her
Oh
podcast.
no, it's a podcast.
It's a
podcast. Yeah.
podcast.
It's a
But she
podcast.
Okay,
connected with
that's
Bravo.
supposed to be on Bravo. I heard about
No,
that
I think it's
podcast.
just a podcast. Just a, you know how they have their podcast. I think that's what
Right.
that is. Just a
Yeah, but
podcast.
she
But she's
said that. Well, I'm not saying she did. Okay, I can't tell you the blogger,
Okay.
Allegedly.
but
allegedly.
she Bravo was supposed to pick that up
Oh.
as a program.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
That's
Yeah.
why everybody kept saying she's going to fumble her bag. She's worth more by herself than tied to Martell.
Right.
Yeah, she a fool. Let me acknowledge a couple super chats real quick, guys. Valerie Owens, thank you for the super sticker. Sweet Thang, thank you for the super sticker. And Sweet Thang says, the Bible say when Jezebel died, she was thrown out the window, trampled by horses, and dogs ate her. Okay.
Yep.
Only parts left was hands, feet, and skull. They not getting away with how they treating male.
Mm-mm. They ain't gonna get away with it. They ain't
All
gonna
right.
get away with it.
Thank you so much again for that super chat and super sticker. I appreciate it. And Cheryl, let's move to Debbie Bunton. We're gonna come back. Hey Debbie.
Hey, ladies, how y'all doing?
Debbie about to
Hey,
preach.
baby.
Hello.
Debbie, I'm gonna get a banner ready for you. Go ahead, Debbie. Debbie, cut up.
I got my oil ready for you.
And my stomach is good.
And I am in prayer for you, Debbie, because I know this is going to be a mess. Go ahead. I'm praying for you as you speak.
Well, thank you, Renata, because I need it. I want to say rest in peace to Tina Turner, first of all.
Yes.
And then
Rest
I
in
want to
peace.
say, ladies, y'all know it's Huzzy season.
Look
So
what I
the women gonna come out.
Debbie, look what's on the screen. What I tell you? Aunt Debbie gonna always cut up. Look at that.
Sundresses and all, Debbie, huh?
They coming out. Don't let them be by a pool. You know they gonna put on that two-piece. Martell, you say he big pimpin'. I say he country cool. Yeah, how you gonna fool somebody I think money? And Belinda, she know what she got. She just want a man. But Martell done talked her into selling her house to come to Huntsville so he could groom her so she could be like Tisha and Kimmy. Stupid. And Mel don't care nothing about what he do. She done. Martell think he doing something. He not hurting Melody. Melody going on with her life, and she living her life like it's golden, the way she wanted to live it before she got mixed up with those people. So that's a good thing. She got a man.
Thank you.
She just, she doing her thing privately. And I don't blame her because she got small children and he's an idiot. So I don't blame her for what she doing. But Martell, soon as he get in with Belinda and spend her money and put all them kids on her 2 years down the line, she gonna be another Ariane. And he gonna be out there in the streets trying to get another one. So
except she's 50 now. Like at least Ariane got more years to like.
I don't know about that.
How old is Belinda?
Ariane ain't smart.
How
I
old
don't
is
care if
Belinda?
she got 100 years. She ain't using. I don't care if
Belinda
she got
50?
100 years. She not using nan one of them to do nothing for herself, but sit there and be what he want her to be.
And that's all she got to offer.
That's right.
What
That's
else?
right.
With a man like Martell that had a wife that built him up, where in our eyes initially he was all that. You couldn't tell anybody Martell didn't have shit going on, okay? And now he's on the chase for that. Somebody in his back that he think is either equal to or better, and he'll never get it. Real quick, Debbie, and I'm gonna go back to you. what's really gonna break them down is when Mel do pop out with her man. And I think when she does pop out with her man, it's gonna be when they get married. And I can't wait. You posting pictures on the page, now they got a whole stepdaddy. So go ahead on. I can't wait.
Gwen Davis got me lying.
What they got, Chit Chat? A stepdaddy.
Well, didn't Mel say she wanted to move to LA? Because I think
and Atlanta.
she gonna let him hang himself. She gonna end up with them kids, and she gonna leave. And he's just gonna be only running in circles to deal with those two, Belinda and Ariana. Because that's what he
Ariana gonna drive him stone crazy. Because when the ish hit the fan, allegedly, and in my opinion, we gonna see that new baby. We gonna see Knox, and we gonna see Ariana looking like the werewolf, and she gonna go ballistic. New episode of Snap coming real soon.
Yeah.
Well, see, every ought to be standing around at Martell's wedding with them babies on her hip. That lady gonna have to deal with her now, and that's gonna be a hot mess. So I applaud the other lady that got away. He tried to get $250,000 out of her. That lady got away, and now she talking about it. I don't blame. I wouldn't have gave him $2.50, let alone any money. And all Martell doing is looking for, like, he ain't got nowhere to stay, so he might as well get over that lady pretty house. Then he telling her to sell it. Come on, we're gonna build something in Huntsville. He ain't got a dime to build, not one brick.
Miss
Debbie.
Oh,
Miss Debbie.
Not only did he ask her to get that loan, but he also asked her to take the builder's exam.
Sister, I need the picture. The picture. You know what picture I need?
Oh, Josh.
What picture I need?
Renata.
He wanted that girl to take the builder's test.
Oh my goodness.
God.
If fool was a if you look up fool in the dictionary, you see Belinda Cole South Sheree. You'll see all three of them under the word fool.
Renata.
That's how Belinda gonna be look. That's how Belinda gonna be looking in 5 years.
That's how all of them gonna be looking. That's cool.
I wonder have he asked Belinda to take the builder's test.
I don't know, but they did.
I thought Marcel was helping him. I thought Marcel was helping him pass it.
Yeah.
He ain't got that far with Belinda yet.
Nope.
But when she wake up and find out what she got, it's gonna be a total nightmare for her life.
I think it's gonna be too late then, Debbie. It's gonna be too late then when she wake up, because she's in that honeymoon stage now. And see, he gonna finesse her real good to whenever somebody could get you to sign your name to some property. He done almost reeled her in. So all he got to do is just do a little bit more caressing and finessing. He got her. She too far gone now. She's not far as gone as we know. Coleslaw is just hanging off a cliff with that little limb. You know, she's just
when she get to the altar, and he get the name on the paper, that's what he wants. That's why he say a wife's at the end of the year. He got a plan for all of that, so he can take over and get his name on the marriage license, so he can have access to her money, her funds, her social lights, friends, and all of that, her contacts and everything. Once he get, like I said, when she wake up after the honeymoon of the marriage and she broke and got them kids, cause he gonna leave them kids with her, that little bad boy and all, she'll see what she got, and she gonna wake up and see what kind of man she really got. See, he not showing her everything right now because he trying to get in with her. They don't never show you everything until they get your name on that marriage license. Then you got hell to pay, I'm telling you. And that's what Martell trying to do.
I don't think there's gonna be a wedding. Y'all playing Ariana short. That
he ain't gonna marry Ariana. He gonna marry Ariana. She ain't got nothing to offer, no money.
No, we ain't worried about that. She ain't gonna let all those 10 years. She not gonna give up and let this broad take her man. She gonna show up at that wedding. She gonna cut the fuck through. Oh, I'm sorry, freaking fool.
Iran gonna be quiet
No,
so Martell can get that money out of Belinda.
Look, and that's
She know what her bread is buttered on, baby.
Look,
She don't want to work.
He told
Right.
her
She
that
know
for
what her
Mel.
bread is buttered on. Martell done told her something. It's a plot. See,
Look.
y'all think Iran gonna do what Martell say.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. If he say I'm getting married, I'm doing this for money, and you be quiet, that's what she gonna do.
Nah, because she didn't want.
But about the rate she going, she might be in jail. All
But
this,
look,
all this
it,
stuff
it,
she
go,
doing.
it goes both ways. I have to agree with both of you, Debbie and you, Ann. She's so far gone and she's been fighting for so long to be in that number one spot. And I agree with Maritha as well. I do think that she will snap. But Martell has been able to sell her the same line since he met her.
Yeah, but he
in Huntsville because it's a show. Okay, I'm gonna be on Real Housewives. It's just a show. Then I'm marrying her just for this. It can really go both ways.
Yeah, it could, but I just feel like she waited for this man, and she's not gonna sit back when he done promised her to be with her and let him marry somebody else. I think
Well, he
that was
already told her he wasn't gonna marry her. He done already told her in so many ways he's not gonna marry her. You know,
He
that's
done
just
told
a
the
dream, a
world he was
pipe
not going to
dream.
marry her.
He not gonna marry her. He done
not
already
marrying
said
Ariana. I'm
that.
telling you right
And the
now.
way he running around with women, that let you know he don't care nothing about her. He thinking
We
about
know that.
himself. He
That's
thinking
not
about
even-
himself and his livelihood and what he want to get out of life. Ariana gonna be quiet. Cause she don't do nothing in life but do what he say. She been doing it for 10 years. What make you think she gonna wake up out the coma today?
Because she was
It
waiting
ain't
for
gonna
him
happen.
to divorce Mel. She didn't think no other
Okay,
woman.
they've been divorced. They've been divorced for 3
right,
years.
right. That's why
They ain't
she's
got
doing what
nothing
she's
yet.
doing. But she's not gonna
What's
sit
she
back.
doing?
She's not gonna sit back and let him marry Belinda.
What's she gonna stop him?
What's she gonna do about it? That man can marry whoever he want to. She can't do nothing about it.
But guess
she gonna do
what? If
about
she
it?
got this second baby, she gonna be able to do a whole lot.
Like
Look,
what?
I got something. What
Hold
a
on,
baby
that's
stop the man from getting married?
No, that's just going to prove to Belinda that he's still sleeping with that girl.
Right. And hold on, Debbie. Again, we all have been saying that this girl has been on the edge of snapping for years. We saw a whole breakdown just this past summer. Let's not forget that breakdown, if I'm not mistaken, was after Martell was seen in Destin with Mel. Then when he came out with Sheree, there she go, yapping. Right now she's quiet, but I do see what Ann is saying. She's not going down without a fight, especially if she believes it's real. Now, if he's able to sell her that same old tired ass story that I'm just doing this, let me take care of the business, this gonna be for us. If she believes that, then yeah, she gonna sit quietly. But it could go either way. Again, it really can. It really
But
can. Just like
Chit Chat, he is, you got to remember, Ariane has the mind of a sixth grader. So he can tell her, I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this for you. We gonna be together. So he's gonna tell her whatever he feel like she wants to hear. And at some point, just like I said in the beginning, everything that has a starting point has an ending point also. This girl, at the end of the day, Martell then already said he wants to be married again. He wants more children. Okay. Melinda children, his children, that equal up to about 15 children right there. I'm exaggerating, but you know, we already know. Now he didn't count the little boy that she had. This little boy is always left out. And she's a mother and she love her kids just like I love mine and you love yours. This girl, what's gonna make her snap when this child is not invited to anything. And I can honestly see him and Belinda getting married. And in my mind, I see her walking in the church. Martell! I can see that in my mind. I can honestly see that. So this girl is not going. You done messed up my life. You done sold me all these dreams. Now I done let you. Your woman, your wife left you. You ain't did nothing. Then you went with this charade. Then you went with this old lady, as she called her. You done went with this old lady. Now you got this one right here. You done made a fool of me all over the universe, and half of the planets know. Nobody knows Maria's name. They calling me coleslaw. Now, when this girl snap, and she is gonna snap. All I can say is, and in the Bible, when it say woe, that means something is getting ready to happen. So woe be unto him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we had a discussion last night in our members only live, didn't we, Pink Diva and Renata? I believe that, because all marketing told me don't speak this type of stuff in existence. But a lot of us can see the outcome, because he will not stop playing with that girl. He will not stop playing with her emotions. He won't be truthful, because he's a dog, and he know that she gonna continue to let him come over there and do his little thing. And yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. So I agree. That girl will snap if she really thinks that it's true. And I think it's going to be true, because he's just grasping for whatever, trying to make something stick post mail. I really do. But great point. Let's get Miss Pia's thoughts on it. Miss Pia, and we're going to swing back around. Miss Pia, what are your thoughts on what's going on, the conversation and all of that?
Well, can I just say one thing first? I am just so happy that she has still her sense of humor and her fun shade right now, being that she's going through so much. I don't know if you guys followed her on Twitter tonight, but oh my God. Okay, so because she's reviewing last week's episode. And so the part when Martell called Sheree friend girl.
Uh-huh.
Well, Mel, during the part where Tiffany and Nell and Kiki was over the house, she said, "Oh, I just made a roast and rotel for my friend girls."
Did she say that?
Yes.
And
she put the little LOL with the laughing emoji. I said, "Oh my God, she still got a little fun shade going on."
Girl. That's my girl.
Yes.
So I'm happy about that. But the thing that I just been watching is how reality stars are more popular than like real stars, like real celebrities, and people will do anything for fame and to get just to be with someone who is a reality star, and they don't have to have any talent at all. And it's really sad. Like they could just be in the right place at the right time, go viral for some reason, and I mean they get all this fame, and it's just sad that people will do anything for fame. And it's a shame, because I really do believe that Martell can spot an insecure woman. I really see that. And she got kids too, and I'm sure that he's showing her kids all this love and stuff, so that's really melting her heart. You know what I'm saying? He's playing her.
Yeah. I agree. Somebody else has some background noise, so please mute. I agree, Miss Pia. He's definitely playing her. This is Martell is looking for a come up. We all know, with people digging and all of that allegedly the man has gone through foreclosures and bankruptcies and this and that. And I agree, that charm, they will use that charm on your kids as well. And it's crazy to me, because I just don't see how anyone would put themselves in that mess. I just don't. But great points. Were you done, Miss Pia, with what you had to say?
Yes, I could go down. I'm gonna leave now.
Okay, great point. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a member as well.
And thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't even say hi to you guys. Hi, Chit Chat and Panda.
That's okay. Thank you. You just jumped right in. I understand.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You as well.
Okay.
Bless, no mess, Queen B. Hey, Bless, Bless, Bless,
Oh,
Bless.
good night, chit chat and panel. Hi, Marina. Hi, Renata.
Hello. What's going on, Bless? You been listening?
Yes, I've been. Oh my God. I
Thanks.
Hey,
said,
Bless.
hey, honey. I was like, Lord, I gotta submit this. I'm doing finals. I just emailed my professor again. I know you said today is the last day, but I'll do it tomorrow. Please, God, I have something important to go and do right now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
need to de-stress, so I need to come on chit chat.
Yes. Well, I said that earlier before you even were in the chat. I said, Bless probably doing her homework or something. I was telling them how you cut up last night over Chris Fletcher.
Oh my! Please don't start. Please don't start. I went to sleep dreaming about that man. Mm-mm-mm.
Bless, he is married. He's married. Leave that woman
I
alone.
know. That is why I'm going to look from a distance. I'm
Sister,
going to
sister,
look.
don't try to clean it up now, sister. You started this. Don't try to clean this up. Now you
See,
trying to check Bless, and you
see,
started this.
you gonna bust me out like that, sis? You just off, my hilarious.
Oh my God!
Bless, what do you think about Martell and his harem of women?
I keep telling Oli that I would love to blame these women, but I can't. And the reason why I can't and I won't, because I know my ex-husband. And when Martell done tell these women and them how, his wife, he said it on the show that his wife wasn't doing this. And he made these women and them feel that he gave all to his marriage and he was doing his best. I tell you, my ex-husband even tell one of his mistress that I was his sister and his wife passed away and I was looking after the children and them.
Yeah, you were telling us
That
last night.
Martell is so devious and we don't know. And yeah, we're looking at Belinda and, she's looking, for a husband, a man based on her show and whatever. But she should listen to Melody T-shirt when God say go, she need to run. She
Mm-hmm.
don't need to stand up. Unfortunately, she would get herself tied up in it. But at the end of the day, I am happy that he's moving in that direction because the more that he go in that direction, the safer and better it is for Mel. Martell will never let go of Mel.
Mm-hmm.
But Belinda and whoever is to come after, they're going to minimize his attention towards her. And the moment Mel come out openly in a relationship, ooh, it's going to be a ball of a different color. They would want to know. He would be married and want to kill Mel for being in a relationship.
We can't say the
Yeah.
kill.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Unalive her
Uh-huh.
for being in a relationship.
He gonna lose his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that is how devious and of a narcissist that he can be. I tell you, watch me. If you hear my ex-husband pray and preach and sing, watch me. You would play with God chin when he done speak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
God, tell her don't watch me like that when he done. You understand? You wouldn't know when you get on your back and you crucifying Mel, even though you seen her bruises and her swell eye, and he makes all kind of reason. I mean, whatever Martell do, don't surprise me. All I want is for somebody to grasp it attention that it can be fully away from Melody so she and her children could have some peace and live in peace. That's all I want because all the others, they're going to have to go through it because he is a smooth talker. Besides that, they reading the internet and all this kind of thing. I didn't have all these information. I know about the effect after people come in and these women and them walking up to me and telling me, why I don't go and I'm making him unhappy and they telling me, and literally challenge me in my relationship. And it several times it came to blows because I don't care, you throw words and whatever, just don't step within hand reach of me. And
Right.
several times it end up with me having some serious charges, four of
Yeah.
them to be exact. So and the funny thing about it, I remember last night after we finished talking, was laughing. As like, Father God, I hope Mel don't get herself, tie up in this. This man wanted to get rid of one relationship and come and tell me all the thing that the woman was saying about me. And I was like, what she know about me? Not knowing it, not thinking he told her everything she was saying about me. He told her, but he wanted to get out and I was, at a low pace. So I went and I knocked on and she's like, no, but he tell me that. I was like, no, he said you said that. End up, both of us end up being handcuffed and, dragged down to the station. I charge again, wounded in 10 because, so, and he stand up and watching me and then he's like, Nicole, because he called me by my middle name. Nicole, I didn't tell you that for you to get yourself in trouble. So now we have to pay another, fine again.
Right. Right.
But you is the one who come home and tell me I was good seeing about my kids and playing with my children. You understand what I'm saying? Haven't had coitus for quite a while. So you understand, I fluctuated, all kind of straighted, and then you come in and telling me this side, you understand what I'm saying? And so that is the type of man that Martell is. But the thing
Right.
about it, Mel is not giving him that time of day, which is good. You understand? And then when he finally left for one of them who was there and she cursed me out like coleslaw and stuff like that, that when, they get in
Yeah.
and I decide I want to test it, 3 years after they've been together to see whether I got it. And I was like, hey, it's XYZZYX.
Right. Well,
I
we
called
know
her and I
that
said,
just like what this comment says, all cheating men tell the same version of the same lie. But I
yep,
must disagree with you, Bless, because you say you don't fault the women. They do hold some responsibility for willingly. It's different if you have no history of this guy. He's unknown, he's not in the public eye, you don't know his exes, you don't know anything about him. Then in that scenario, I can see where you really can't blame them because they didn't learn about him until they got involved. But when it
yeah.
comes to Martell, he has a long list
Yeah,
of
well, yeah. I
visual.
agree with you there.
Yeah. So, we just can't act like they are just innocent. Even Ariane Curry, she's not innocent. She's not a victim. She volunteered for everything. That girl knew he was married up front in the beginning, and she chose to ignore. So I do think that we have to hold some of these women accountable as well. Game recognize game. Deep down inside, if you being played, the number one thing is when it comes to married men, if you aren't able to go to his home, how are you dating? You don't date people where he's not stopping by your place some days, you stopping by his. So it's a lot of women that willingly get involved, believing the lies, and there we have it. You know what I mean? But great points, Bless. We're gonna swing back over. Let me get succeeding. Is it succeeding too?
It is. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hello, hello. Thanks for
Hi,
joining.
Ann. First time. I love you.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Let me say that real quick. I was reading some comments while other people were talking, and oh my goodness, the comments. I love all of you guys as well. I'm just glad that you guys get that vibe because that's the only way I know how to be. But I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Succeeding.
Oh, that's okay because we like when you talk.
Yep.
Thank you.
So I had some comments about some of the things that were said, and I agree with a lot of you, but I do blame the women because I was taught. My mom used to tell me, she's a teacher, so she used to tell me like it was an anthem. You know how you drill something in your kid's head? I was taught a man would only do what I let him do.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have social media. So if we have social media and you're watching this man, you could Google him now. And you know how like now if we were looking someone up, we're going to find out that information, but we're not going to find out about their relationships. Belinda has the whole roadmap. And she still is willing to go open eyes with this guy. And you know, Martell said that he could retire. He retired male. He can't even retire his own mom. So all of his lies are on social media. You could see them. And that's just one of the lies, you know, and it's just lie after lie. So if you could turn a blind eye to all of those things, your standards aren't up to par and you don't want to see it. And, you know, I'm kind of tired of Carlos, you know, acting like his friends. Everyone is his friend for one thing. And that kind of irritates me. And, you know, he says, oh, all of them they all get played. They all have threesomes. They all share. Like he sets the standard of excellence for women.
Mm-hmm.
And so Belinda went and got someone that was bottom of the barrel. And so that doesn't say a whole lot. It says, honestly, for her to have that many kids, that lacks responsibility. You know, when you have children, you think about relationships, and you've had 2 marriages that have failed, 2 men that have been toxic in your life, and you're back with a third person that you're watching on television. Your family, your mom, your dad, your friends are watching this guy, and you tell me that they are telling you, oh girl, go for it, he is the one. And I think that they see, you know, that he's not for her as well. But, you know, some women, they will just go for whatever. And to go back to what you said about Coleslaw, she was desperate. She talked about him pursuing her. Well, initially, maybe he did pursue her. However, then it got to a point that she started bulldozing, trying to come through, tear down the house to get to him. And how did that work out for her? And, you know, someone said that she's going to make him. You can't make a man or a woman do absolutely anything. Nothing. I think she does what Martell tells her. You know, that Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy said, bark like a dog.
Whatever
remember,
you like.
That she's like that, bark like a dog. You know, whatever he tells her to do, he can use her to do. She said in that interview that they were broken. And I'm not sure like when a person says we're both 2 broken people, that says a little bit more.
Yeah, but she's broken.
Yes.
She's broken. And
she's broken.
For her to try to pull him into that because he worked on her head so much and lied. A lot of us have life experiences, so we know what we're talking about when we can tell you, look, he's gonna cry. He gonna act sad. He gonna act like, oh, I'm just with her for the kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Well, she was the broken one, but he told her, I'm broken because I love you. But go ahead. Great point.
That was a good point. And she fell for that. She fell for whatever lie he told her. And, you know, women repeat those lies like, oh, he said, but he said. Well, what makes what he says a prayer book just because he said it? And, you know, people were talking about Sheree. Sheree was on a what if. I don't think if he slept with her once, because he gives disgusted vibes, honestly, when he's around her. To me, it looks like he doesn't hug her. He doesn't embrace her. His face he doesn't look like, ooh, you know, no matter how good she looks on the scene, he doesn't seem to be interested.
Exactly.
At all.
And I think, you know, people talk about Sheree. They've always said this for years. One thing we know is if Sheree really had all those options, she wouldn't have had the fake relationship with Tyrone.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the man went to you know, he was her. she may have been interested in him because she fought Nene hard, over him, with that statement. So
But
I think
Tyrone,
Mhm.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but it wasn't fake because allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly,
yes,
it was Tyrone's money that paid off Chateau Sheree for her to get
right,
the house finished and furnished and
Things of that nature.
sure.
things of that nature, for
I
sure.
believe that. I
Okay.
believe that. Now, but I don't think it was, he may have needed to hide the money,
Yeah, there you
but
go.
I definitely believe that that did pay that. But he may have needed to, hide the money, and she might have been doing him some favors, funding, putting money on his books, and, responsibilities like that. I don't know, but I don't think she has a brand. Her brand, when you think the name Sheree, I think she who don't pay. I think everything in my mom's name.
She
I
who don't
think she bought a car that she bragged about, and the car got repossessed by the attorney.
allegedly. Go ahead.
That's what the news articles all said. They
Oh, the
said
news
the
articles.
oh
Okay.
it's Googleable. Yep.
Okay.
So it has the name of the attorney firm that took the car, and it has the exact amount. But that's kind of old information. But yeah, so those are the things that come. And has she thought about her kids having everything in her mom's name? Because typically if something happens, God forbid, everything is split, between the children, including her siblings. So has she even thought about her kids with that type of thing? But I
Right.
don't think she has a brand. I don't think she's
And
created a
grandkids. She
brand.
got a grandbaby now.
And
Sheree
and
does.
she yes, and everything she said about Nene happened to her. She talked about Nene's son having a child, although that turned out not to be. But she talked about Nene's son going to jail. That happened with her son allegedly. Everything she talked about happened to her. But I think she thought Martell would give her drama. I think she wanted drama. I think she thrives off of drama because she knows that Bravo likes it. And I think Carlos convinced her that, that would be the case and that would be her redemption. And, I'm not sure how her and Carlo became buddy after he stole that show from her, allegedly.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Carlos is catching it out in these streets, though. It's a lot that's come out in the last day. I'm holding off on a couple things. He's finally, if you ask me, feeling the fire, if that's a saying. I'm not sure. But yes, a lot of people that's speaking out when it comes to Carlos. People see him, like Nene said. We see each other.
Yes.
See him for what he's worth, and to me, it's self-sabotage. He's willing to hold on to Martell instead of changing the direction of this show. He was willing to allegedly do and say things or put things in people's ear on Real Housewives of Atlanta when he had that big time position. So it's like, what's really going on with him? He's self-sabotaging. He really is. But
He's a queen.
Yes. And you could say "Feel the Fire" because Teddy Pendergrass made the song, so he's feeling the fire.
I was just about to bust out in the note. I love me some
Well,
Teddy.
y'all ever think of a
What y'all thinking about
comparison?
Chris Fletcher when y'all sang that song?
No, I'm not thinking about Chris. Chris is married. I'm not trying to be cabbage, okay? We got coleslaw. I'm not trying to be cabbage.
I'm talking about Bless, talking about she dreamt about him all night.
Bless, Lord.
Lord.
No, Bless. Don't do it, Bless.
What you did?
Great points. Now, guys, let's move over to the rumors that's going around when it comes to Marceau and Tisha. Now, allegedly, Marceau and Tisha may be in two different households. This is the word on the streets. This is all alleged. And it sort of makes sense to me because people couldn't understand why they would move out of a home that they own and they're building this dream home to an apartment. So allegedly, it is Tisha who moved into the apartment. Don't know if this is true. Somebody on Facebook today posted that Marceau has not posted Tisha since Valentine's Day, except when it comes to promotional posts. And sorry guys, my dog. Big Bart. Come here, Lucy. And she has not
Aw.
posted Marceau since March 19th, except when it comes to promotions. So we're going to swing back up to the top so everybody can get a chance. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I do that, Z Frenchie, are you there? I'm going to go on mute, guys. Z Frenchie, do you have a connection? Because I know you always have a little issues. Are you there, Z? Z Frenchie? Going once. Z Frenchie. Z Frenchie. All right, Z. Come back up. We're gonna open up a space for somebody else. Sis, Maritha, what are your thoughts on what could be going on when it comes to Marceau and Tisha?
Well, all I have to say, if it's true, the chickens have come home to roost.
Amen, sister.
That's right.
And I don't really have too much to say on that because whatever you do, whatever you dig a ditch for other people and smile and smirk and get off on someone else's
Say
pain,
it, say it, say it.
Say it.
you got to remember a circle starts at one point and it goes around and it comes right back to that same point. So I don't wish that on anyone because I know that's a hurting thing. However, when you done nasty things and said nasty things and kept things to yourself and came to my house and sat at my table and looked in my face and know what my husband at the time was doing, and my soul is so dirty and my soul is so black. So I'm just gonna say what goes around comes around. And that's all I'm gonna say on that one. So it is what it is. I can't, you know, I don't like for that to happen to anyone, but I can't have any kind of emotions over it.
Me neither.
I have no emotions over it whatsoever. I have no empathy for her. I have no sympathy for her. I am a woman, and I understand what it means to be hurt. I know what it feels like to be betrayed. And I know what it feels like for people that you thought were your friends to laugh behind your back and talk behind your back. And I understand that pain that Mel went through. I understand that. So now she's gonna get a little bit of, when you were young and you had to take castor oil. I don't know if anybody had to take castor oil, and it was just nasty, make you gag. So she's just getting to taste her own medicine. I hope she got a lot of toilet paper. And that's that with that.
When you said that, sis, we do not revel in the downfall of anyone's marriage when it comes to Tisha. But yeah, there was a lot of taunting. There was a lot of we've been married 16 years or we've been married 17 years or we can pick up on the clues that Tisha was throwing out there. And if it is true, first of all, I'm going to say if it's true, I'm proud of her. If she decided to take a little breather. Sometimes a breather will put people in their place. And I do think that, my opinion only, behind the scenes, Tisha was dealing with a lot. And Tisha fought hard with Marceau playing in her face right in front of our eyes. See, you can't do that with me. We on national TV. So if I ask you if you were with somebody, you gonna tell me if you was with somebody. So Marceau basically embarrassed her for years. So if it's true, I'm proud of her. If again, she's the one that made the decision. But great point, sis. Let's get Renata's thoughts on that. Renata, what do you think if Tisha has finally taken a little break from her marriage? All right, Renata's probably working. We're gonna swing down to Debbie. Debbie, what are your thoughts?
Well, maybe she need this time to think. I feel like what goes around comes around. She didn't have no empathy for Mel and she taunted me. So, you know, what goes around comes around. You know, when her husband couldn't say a kind word about it at the vow renewal, I'd have left in. Like I say, sometimes women stay too long.
Mm. Mm. Great point. Great point. A lot of women will go that extra mile and fight. Mary J. Blige comes to mind when it comes to her song. Now, when she made the song, she wasn't married, I don't believe. But you guys know the song. She was talking about 11 years I sacrificed, blah, blah, blah. At some point,
Mm-hmm.
all you're doing is adding on years. Nothing has changed. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you, Debbie. Great, great point. Cheryl Howard, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Tisha has finally made Mr. Marceau suffer some type of consequences?
Possibly. I mean, possibly. I mean, she gonna have to if she want Marceau to respect her. She gonna have to put her 10 toes down and stop allowing Marceau to treat her the way he treat her. She gonna have to eventually, or he's never gonna respect her. So, and hopefully this is for good. I get the feeling she might go back. Just
Mm,
my opinion. But,
mm,
the only way she's gonna get any respect, if you want respect from a man, you don't allow him to be disrespectful and cheat and run around and treat you any kind of way. You put your foot down and you don't allow it. So it's
yeah,
about time she get a backbone. It's about time.
Mm.
It's about time because she came at Mel for a lot of stuff, and now look at her. Never sit in a glass house and throw stones. So
you
that's
better
the
say
bottom line.
I agree. Now, a couple people in the comments, this is all alleged, but Patricia T said that in one of the episodes, Tisha thanked Marceau for coming over to her apartment. So I would have to go back and try to see if I can, confirm this is all alleged. And then Marcia said, well, Tisha said last week she was glad that Marceau came to spend time with the kids. What's that? Chit chat, move on. I
That
don't.
was on IG when she said that.
Uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment. I didn't hear that either, Marcia. But I'll definitely go back and watch. I just don't understand them if they were a couple downsizing to an apartment. Now, if they wanted to remodel this home to resell it or whatever the case may be, you would think with 3 kids they would have rented a house. So to me, when it was announced that it was an apartment, that definitely felt like a Tisha move. So, if so, I'm proud of her. They're saying that Wanda said that we will be hearing some explosive news within a couple weeks. So, I guess we shall see. Go ahead. Let's see. Who was that? That was Cheryl. All right. This when I added Red Ann. Hey, Red Ann. That changed
Hey.
direction. So we're gonna go to Bad Apple and then I'll continue on. What's your thoughts, Bad Apple? Do you think that they are separated allegedly?
I wouldn't put it past them to be separated, but I don't think it was like I just
Tisha's
don't see Letitia leaving. Like I don't see her taking any kind of agency like that. You know
really?
what I'm saying? I think it probably was a mutual decision that they came to based on what some I don't know.
Mm,
I can't really speculate on how it might have happened, but somehow I feel like Marceau has like weaseled his way into a single life sort of existence. I think Marceau wants to be out on his own for a minute. I
yeah.
think he's been working on that for a while. I mean, going to Africa by yourself,
Duh, for
come
real.
on, come on.
Or
And
refusing to renew your wedding vows. That was a big hint.
yes, that's who. And getting a vasectomy, just popping up with a vasectomy, like
Exactly.
it's weird. Like his energy in his marriage is weird. and it just don't seem like he want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Good points. He's always given me those vibes. Don't get me wrong. I do think that Marceau loves his wife, but to me, Marceau gave off the energy that he was waiting for the kids to get older or graduate, and he was going to be out of there.
Yeah.
Anytime Wanda admitted he was never at home or you're not working 24 hours, that was Wanda's words. You're not working 24 hours a day. There was some trouble in paradise. I do, though, think Bad Apple never underestimate a woman. When a woman's fed up, they will act. And Tisha is not, I have to agree, as slow as we thought she was, or as, I don't want to say submissive like it's a bad thing, submissive as we thought she was. Tisha has gained a little guts over the years. She's given Marceau a little pushback, even on the show. And yeah, I see if he's done something or if she's found out something, there's a lot of rumors going around. I do see her moving out. I do. Because he's completely taken her for granted. Just my opinion. But great point. We're going to get everyone. I got you, Cheryl. Debbie, did you speak on
Okay, and I'm gonna drop down, y'all.
All right, Bad Apple.
Enjoy
Thank you
this
so
panel,
much.
rest of the panel.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Debbie, did you speak on Marcel and Tisha? I don't think you did.
Yes, well, I did.
You did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. After Debbie, we are going to go. Cheryl already spoke. Succeeding. Did you speak on? And hey, Red Ann. I'm sorry. Let's let Red Ann go ahead and jump in. Real quickly, Sherry Gibson, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Cutie Crew. And Mary Kelly, thank you for the super chat. Mary said, now you guys tell me if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Martell is a real life succubus. Succubus. I never heard of the word. But thank you, Mary. I'm gonna Google it. Like Succeed and said, Martell is Googleable. I'm about to Google succubus. Real quick. But go ahead, Succeed. And what are your thoughts on no, I'm sorry, Red Ann. What are your thoughts on Martell?
This what you calling me?
Oh, I did, and you have me on hold. So
okay.
Hold on, Red
no,
Ann.
Everybody can go. I'm listening to everybody.
Okay. All right, Red Ann. We were talking about Martell and all of his women, as well as Letitia allegedly, and Red Ann is right there in Huntsville. We need to see a Black Titanic on the scene and see if Marceau truck parked outside that apartment.
Oh Lord.
Did they say what apartment it was?
No, they
probably
did
not. Well, I'm trying to figure out why she leave. Why didn't he leave? I wouldn't uproot my children.
Yeah.
Why did she leave?
Facts.
He's Martell.
We talk about Marceau, Renata.
Marceau?
No, I'm saying he's Martell. The same way Martell didn't leave the
Martell
house.
in disguise.
Yeah.
The same way Martell didn't leave the home. Remember?
Yeah. I would not. I wouldn't have left. He would have had to. He would have had to find him somewhere to go. I would not uproot my children from their beds, their comfort. No. No. You go find one of your little friends to lay on their couch, go to Maurice's, go somewhere, but you got to get the heck up out of here. No,
she ain't got that much sense.
I'm telling you.
No, wouldn't happen. Yeah, that's my thought. I wouldn't go nowhere. So when did they say this all happened? Allegedly.
It seems to be going around on the street now. It's a talk on the street.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
But do
who's
I
y'all
can
that
tell y'all
remember?
so concerned. I can tell everybody's so concerned the way everybody's answering. Like, we don't give a if. We really
Mm-mm.
don't.
Mm-mm.
I could care less.
Mm-mm.
But y'all remember when Marceau said Letitia cheats? And I
I
think,
remember him saying
yeah.
that she
Yeah,
does
he
it
did
too.
say that.
I
And
don't believe
maybe
that.
that's why she probably said, you know what, I got you, Ninja. You stay here with these kids.
No,
Yeah, I
that
don't.
ain't gonna
Yeah, I
happen.
don't believe that. He don't
Yeah,
even cook for the
I
kids
know.
and know what they like
All
and know
that
what their
But
oil,
allergies are or
all that
anything.
oil he put in out that pan
the
to cook
only
some
For that
eggs.
bacon that
the
day?
only thing? Chicha, did you Google succubus?
I did not. I was letting my dogs in. I'm about to though.
A
Mm-mm.
female demon believed to have
Oh wow.
sexual intercourse with a sleeping man.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on now.
What you say,
okay.
Blast?
God.
Say
Oh
it
wow.
again. The definition why I put Mary Kelly coming back. What is it, bless?
A succubus, a female demon believed to have sexual intercourse with sleeping men.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
Lord. Jesus.
Chat. Okay.
Wow.
You
That
Googled it.
sounds like Ariana.
Mm-hmm. It
My
does.
algorithm.
Sleeping men. It does.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
It does.
Hey, Mary Kelly.
And she looks so quiet, nice and sweet.
Oh boy.
Great. Child.
Mary.
Mary Kelly's on the prayer list too with my
Oh
oil.
God.
Mary
Sprinkle some
Kelly.
holy water, Renata. Sprinkle some holy
Yes. So I'm gonna sprinkle the water right on Miss Mary Kelly.
But go ahead, Red Ann. Who's that, Red Ann or Ann that was talking?
Red End was talking. I was laughing.
Go ahead, Red
I don't, I, yeah, I just,
Look, that sucker got us speechless, okay?
I,
mm,
I don't believe it. I think they giving me storyline
thank
manufacturer,
you. Yeah,
Kimsey,
me too. Me
Coy,
too.
stage vibes.
Yeah.
To do. Tisha doesn't strike me as the type of person with her merge to move out and to move into a 2-bedroom apartment with a
Mm,
family that size. She
Yeah.
has 5 toes up. She doesn't have 10 toes down.
excellent
Mm.
point. That
Yeah.
makes
I
Yeah.
just think, yeah.
storyline.
And I just think, yeah, like you said, she, wants to change people's perspective of her.
Correct.
Um, so, she's maybe wanting to get a little bit of support from moms with children so they can buy the products.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Um,
Mm.
exactly.
Mm.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
guys may
don't.
be onto something.
Makes sense.
That definitely makes sense. It really
Mm-mm.
does.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
Did not happen really until they started filming.
right.
Right.
Because
Hmm.
women will support women um when they're going through something. I might not like how you move it in the streets, how you've done things in the past, but at the end of it, you're a woman, you have children, you know, I have empathy for you when it comes to that. And if you're wanting to move in a different direction, I can support that. And maybe I'm just saying that's maybe the narrative they're trying to put out there. I'm just not going to support her regardless of what she do.
Yeah, I don't believe it at all because
Mm-mm.
they're very strategic and they're
Yes.
not going to throw words out there. I mean, you think about it. She didn't let anyone know. She was upset that the text got out there. And, we don't think that she would let the world know that she's staying in an apartment and that she moved out of her house
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
with her
mean,
merge.
I'm just, you know, when I think renovation to a house, I think upgrade, don't you? Don't you think upgrade?
Yes.
I, it still look like it's ready to just tip over.
Yeah, I know you're
You right
local.
about that.
I know you're local, Red Ant, so I know you know how it looks. But my thing about that is, again, why move if you're building on bedrock with the caves and the rocks and all of that? They're
Right,
building their,
right.
um,
Why
I'm
put
looking at
money
Mel
into this?
standing on top of the Vans truck.
Yeah. Why
Wagon.
put money into this?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It just doesn't make sense. It looks like they're doing more exterior. Um because you can't really, I don't think they're adding on to it because of where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think you can.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, just just be content with where you're at and put that money to the side for the kids' college.
I
Mm-hmm.
think it would be easy for them to be content if they weren't coming on a show telling us that they were millionaires when we could see clearly that nothing
Definitely.
says millionaires, and we're looking at that house and we're looking at the you know the it's parked, the car, that little car, he has his car that's worth more than the house parked in front of the house with the wire there off a main road, and you're telling us that they're millionaires, and it looks kind of ridiculous, and it doesn't sell your show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah, it just gives low vibrational vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not moving, just not moving in the streets like millionaires.
Right.
Yeah, everyday
Like,
people.
huh?
They're not
Everyday
sitting on
people.
the hill like Mel.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting up high on the hill. They down in the valley. Low, low, low in the valley.
LeBaric could would have probably given them a good deal on the house. They could have possibly gotten that house.
They probably couldn't afford it.
Nope.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's just not
And
making sense, at all to me. I do think now with what Succeeding to said, possibly a storyline.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I believe too, a storyline. And plus that lawsuit coming up.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
Marcel was gonna run off when that lawsuit come up, leave shit to hold the baby hanging. I've been
And
saying that.
right.
Now you trying to get over to Detroit, talking about he gonna make a speech over there. He gonna find a place over there. He ain't trying to go to court and take his accountability for that
Yeah.
lawsuit. That's finna be
Exactly.
left on Tisha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
it just doesn't make sense, some of the decisions, because those kids are school age. Why in the
right.
world would you uproot yourself
Hmm.
and
Right.
those kids, are school age?
I agree.
No, that's mm-mm.
Well,
What kind?
it's definitely all alleged. But let me ask Lynn Friesen. Lynn, what are you speaking of? Give me 1 second, guys. Lynn said, let me scroll down. I can see it on my phone, but hold on. Need Lynn, you said blog. Here we go. Bloggers, quit fighting among yourselves. Stop. Who's
Mm.
fighting?
Exactly.
Ain't
And
nobody out there fighting, Lynn. Wrong channel, sis.
Okay.
Maybe he has his
Wrongchannel.com.
devices
exactly.
Be
Wrongchannel.com.
careful. The
Well,
spirit of
I
blockade is
guess we
on
can't
him.
have no
Wrongchannel.com.
emotion.
Wrong channel, sis. But I agree. If there are any bloggers that are fighting, what Lynn said. Stop. Capitalize with 3 exclamation points. Great, great point. If Hannah Grace is listening, congratulations to Hannah Grace. She won $200 today from Melody Cherie. Yes,
Yay!
Okay.
Congratulations.
her.
Congratulations.
She gave back to some of her mellow meters, and I just looked
Oh,
at her stories, and Hannah Grace was one of the winners. So congratulations, Hannah.
Congratulations,
That's
Hannah.
awesome.
yay.
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 Hannah
Yes.
Grace. We love us some Hannah Grace.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
point, Red Ann. Now, who did we not get to when it comes to Letitia? Did everybody speak on that?
No, I didn't.
No.
Go ahead, jump in. Who is that? Bless?
Yeah.
Okay, Bless. After Bless, we'll go to. Was that you, Ann?
Yeah.
Okay, after Bless, Ann. Go
Uh-huh.
ahead, Bless. What's your thoughts on Letitia and
The
Marcel
poss-
allegedly living in separate
the
places?
possibility of it happening for me when I watch of their movement and their connection and their spark with each other, I'll give it like about a 80-20. And as also the episode with her son saying, you know, he would never, have his partner talk to him like that or something to that effect. These children are growing and they are witnessing his marvelous way of speaking to their mother, and they're going to voice their opinion to the point that he would be going off to college or whatever, and she would try to tell him something, and then she would realize, oh, you come in like your dad, because he's going to respond in a manner that is, my father talked to you in this manner. So what you telling me about, and stuff like that. If that is happening, I would be very sad, for the children. As for her, and any woman, I always say, even to my daughters, one woman cries, another woman pain.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that you are so good that it cannot happen to you. You are so secure in your marriage or in your relationship that your husband, your partner, your lover, your dog would not step out on you. So don't, look and laugh and cry at another woman pain. But when you are a woman like her, who go out of her way to hurt another woman, say hurtful things about another woman, then, if you go down to the market and you buy it wholesale, you got to find a way to deal with it retail. So that's all I'm going to say, with her. But the possibility of it happening not as a storyline, because they don't have a spark. Even Melody and Hotel, even in their anger stage and divorce stage right now, when they look, you still see this man have some feelings for her. You understand what I'm saying? According to his tone, you would see she give, a smile on the side. But those two have no click whatsoever. They give brother and sister vibe that, the love don't live there no more. It's just brother and sister till the children grow. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope that that is not the case for their sake.
Yeah. Great points, Bless. Great points. Time will tell. That's for
Yep.
sure. Go ahead, Ann. What are your thoughts on, hey, pretty brown eyes, the possibility of Tisha and Marceau being separated and living in separate places, allegedly?
Well,
Or
I
this
remember
is
I told you the last time I was on your live that Letitia, she wanted to be Mel really bad. And remember I said she missed her window of opportunity to get away from Marcel?
Mm-hmm.
And I think with that last reunion, when she realized that he did not respect her and he was the only one that wasn't on her team, I
mm-hmm.
think that was the seal deal. Because if you notice, as the time was going on, I followed Letitia and she's so marriage everything. And for
Yeah.
her to just stop posting him, it had to be like, I think it was the last straw. And I think Wanda had a lot to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Good.
she's not gonna let nothing happen without her being in the middle.
Yeah. It could be. Now, remember it was this past episode when she was sitting there with Kimmy and Stormy, and she said something like, well, he don't know where I am right now. So that's when Stormy mentioned that Tiffany said something about Tisha's marriage and, how she doesn't hold Marceau accountable. So
He
I
don't
don't
care.
know. It could be, or it could be a storyline.
He don't
Either
care,
way.
Kizar.
Well,
He
it
don't
could be a
care.
storyline, but this time I think they actually have a real story to tell.
You think so?
Yeah, if it's a storyline, I think
We'll
that'll
never
be
know.
Tisha's
Yeah.
coming out party. I think she will let him have it.
I don't think Tisha would want to give us the satisfaction, the world
Right.
of knowing, because
Mm-hmm.
she, you know, I've watched the show from the beginning, and
Yeah.
she made fun of me. You know, when we watch see other women
Oh
going through
yeah.
things, you
Yep.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we have compassion.
Right.
So you know how you know your friend is like, if you knew your friend lost a job, you're not going to tell them about a promotion you got. You
Right.
know what I mean? Or you know they're going
Right.
through something with their marriage. You're not going to tell them, yeah, my husband just took me out and he did, you know,
Mm-hmm.
X, Y,
Right.
Z. So, but that's not what she did, and that's not what Kimmy did. They came on a show first season, you know, calling her names, calling Melly bougie. You know, and they had a whole lot to say about her marriage, and they made fun of it. And Tisha all along knew what was going on, and Kimmy knew what was going on, and they were okay with vacationing with her, smile, and that's why she didn't want anything to do with them. And you know, people
Mhm.
look at her and they think, oh, you know, why is she treating them this way? If you thought people were your friends, they've been going on vacation with you, been at your house, and all of that, and you find out they've known what was going on all along, you wouldn't want to be bothered with them. And I just think that she joked, she laughed, she thought it was funny, and her situation wasn't wrapped tight with a bow on it. It wasn't even wrapped. You know, because Marceau, you have a husband that goes on full vacation without you to a whole nother country. And whose husband does that? You know, we've heard a lot of things in our lifetime, but to another
Letitia's.
country?
Right.
Great point.
And that's why I said I think she's holding on to everything. I think if it's going to be their storyline, I can't see them just starting, you know, her just starting the process and Marceau move out.
Oh no, she's not gonna tell it. She's gonna be a
Yeah.
vault, just like how Coleslaw tries to act like everything is so wonderful, and we could look at her head and see that just looking at her. You know how we could see, like with Wanda, we could see wacky Wanda, that wig she wearing, something that if you had a
Yeah.
match and you lit it, it would smoke on fire. We could see that Wanda is not doing as well as she was when she was getting paid that $100 for doing those little episodes. She is not. I'm just
But you
saying
know
she's
what,
not.
ladies? Truth be told, I wouldn't care what y'all said, because if I wanted to go, y'all just gonna have to talk about me, call me slow, call me stupid, call me whatever you want to. I'm gonna buy me a couple of them male t-shirts and the hat and the sweatshirt. God say go, I'm gone. Y'all can
Right.
talk about me all y'all want to, because I don't care.
But for her, it's about her and her image and how it looks.
Yeah.
It's about a little bit more than that.
Jesus Lord.
Here is
So
twin.
right. And she rolled. I
Remember
mean, could you
when?
imagine what people are saying about Wanda around the streets when she rolled around? You know how she bragged? Oh yeah, Tisha them. I saw her in the ATMs. Yeah, at the minimum, ATM at the minimum. And look at her now, looking like, yeah, Aunt Esther.
Ooh, not on Esther.
James Brown and
A
everybody
whole
else.
hot mess.
Lord
Our
Jesus.
All
Esther.
I need Wanda to say is, "You old fish-eyed fool."
Yes, yes.
Do you remember
Just
when
saying
she
what I
came
want to
into that Galentine party with the team white
Oh
shirt
yeah.
on?
Mm-hmm.
See those little things, those
Mm-hmm.
little digs that she was doing. You better be careful. You
Remember the
better be
lingerie?
careful.
When her and Kimmy, they knew she was going through a divorce. The lingerie, going shopping for Melly
Yep.
lingerie for the
Yes.
anniversary.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
Yeah.
nasty. Kimmy was nasty. That's why she has a husband coming in at wee hours of the morning. I don't feel any remorse for any of them.
I know we're kind of going off. This I have a question that's going off of what we're talking about. When did Marcel? No, Maurice start a podcast?
When Credit One closed.
Sound about
He
right.
When
only
he got
did
a
it for 4
PPP
hours.
loan. Look, when he got a PPP loan.
He did it for 4 hours, and I think he was talking to Marceau one time, and that was too much work for him. He ain't never come back.
I mean, that kind of stuff when Kimmy was, saying, "Oh, you can use this room." Marcel, Maurice was doing his podcast. I'm like, "What podcast?"
Right.
Like I said, I seen him talking to his brother one time, and he never came back to it. But it was a comment in the chat by Yvonne or Yvette Wilson. When she put a comment up there about Marceau was allegedly fooling with Tisha's makeup artist.
That's what the
Which
streets
And
one?
she
say.
say that's why they kind of broke up. It's in the chat if you go back to I think it's Yvonne Wilson or Yvette Wilson.
Yeah,
She put it up there.
that's
It's
the
all
the
alleged.
alleged. That's
We
the
Yeah, I
jail
said
person.
alleged.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, we've
Oh,
been having our ear to the streets, and yeah, that's
But
Cause
been.
I also heard that on a blogger's channel too.
Yeah.
Like you say,
Yeah,
it's alleged. Marceau is a dirty type of man if he did that. I don't like Tisha. I don't like him either. But that was low down. But from my point of view, Marceau left because he wanted to be free anyway. He wanted to live the single life, and you could kind of see that in him. Maybe because he going through his 40s. They say men have a midlife crisis, and he
Mhm.
done been around Atlanta, and Carlos King got these men thinking they the king and they on top of the world. So maybe that's got something to do with it. But I believe he trying to leave her hole in the bag allegedly on that lawsuit. And
Yeah,
men are like that. They be dirty and low down. So
mm,
Marceau going out to have him some fun. I don't think Tisha went for the separation. I think it was all Marceau.
mm, mm.
Because
Good.
well, I
Tisha
hope
tried to
you get
hold her
her some
family
counseling.
together at all costs. She been going through it for these long 17 years, and she have heard things and she never paid attention. So why all of a sudden now? It's because
yeah,
Marceau.
And she
yeah, but
absolutely
then
made a
too.
One
fool.
second, guys. Give me 1 second. Diva, I'm sorry. Yes, Diva Devin, you are not blocked. I did see your post earlier, your comment, excuse me. Also, if you want to send a super chat, there should be a little money sign down in the box where you're commenting, and you can send it that way. Debbie, I feel you when you're talking about Tisha. I wouldn't care if it was 37 years. Sometimes women get tired and they're up, or they're trying to send a strong message. I'm not going to continue to go through what we've been going through. So I don't think that we can just, say that since she stayed so long that she just may not ever get to the point where she's tired of his BS.
I
You know,
agree. I
yeah.
just don't think she would put it on TV or on social media.
Now that is true. And if it happens to play out on the show, we will know for sure that that's a storyline. I do agree with that because she's too proud. She's
Yes.
bragged about her marriage, and damn, she cried for 5 years saying people been trying to break up her marriage.
But
So
see, she spent so much time playing victim. That's why I just think this whole scenario has so much more to do with the storyline. The more I think about it,
mm-hmm,
her
mm-hmm.
being as prideful as she is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
believe it.
think it have to do with the storyline. And reason why, and Chicha, did you watch the Shea Ministry where she had the blueprints for marriage, and those are the two couples show them that she don't have the B in blue, much more to have the print for
Oh yeah,
marriage.
the couples was
Yeah.
dynamite. They made Mark so look so small,
Yeah,
Yes,
so
and
small.
her,
they
because
did.
when she talk about, she have to schedule and all this kind of thing, and she throwing that, you understand what I'm saying, that she does fellatio on the way how she throw it in, everybody was like, huh?
Yeah,
She made
You
I
know,
herself
wouldn't
look
told
bad.
nobody that.
Yeah,
yeah, so their marriage is not really, you understand, they have like, I mean, most relationship have its ups and downs, and it in and it out, and some waves you can smooth it out, and some wave you just can't ride it out. And when I listen to that, and how the woman tell her about her mom and stuff like that, I was like,
Right.
no, you thinking is Melody and Kimmy and this one out for your mother and they're out for your marriage? No, these are women who talking to you, who have relationship and go through and showing you how they communicate with their man. They didn't himself have a good communication style or skill. They had nothing to bring to the table when it come to their 15 years of being together.
Right. They
Mhm.
weren't ready for that program. I'm not sure why they invited them. They must have had a last minute cancellation. But I mean, you figure if that was the most that Tisha had to talk about, shame on her. With all the years of marriage, the most that she had to talk about is scheduling that activity.
Yeah, because she's tired and this and that and the other, and all the other women had to show her. And they had businesses, they had busy lives. It's not like they didn't have, busy life.
Right. They were all accomplished.
Exactly. So when you saying that, that you had business and they had to show her, no, we schedule time for each other and we do this and we do that. And you understand what I'm saying? And then Master's like, oh, I saw her and I tell her, well, you are the one. Really? That the best you can come up with?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
great
understand?
point.
So I'm not going to doubt it. I'm going to just wait and see.
Yeah,
I'm
time
not
will tell.
waiting and seeing and hoping that it happen, because I know that despite what children is involved, and once children is involved, they're going to be affected by it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my thing with it, with the kids being affected. But as for her, my empathy for her is it's
Yeah.
not high. It's just 1.5%. You
Yeah,
know.
I'm hoping that she's putting her foot down,
Yeah.
if it's just for the public disrespect or you playing
Yeah.
around while I'm serious and all of that. I'm really, really hoping that that is the case. I don't hope that they are separating
Yeah.
for sure or divorcing. Only they know what they're really going through. But Tisha does need to make a statement, file the papers, even
Yeah.
if you don't plan to go through with it. Sometimes you got to send a very strong message real quickly. Diva Devon won the super chat symbol is there, and Diva for show just proved it. So I'm not sure if this is you under a different name, but thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start back up at the front. We're gonna take last comments on anything you want to discuss. We will have a 3 to 4 minute or so time limit. We've been on for 3 hours and 6 minutes. Let me first say to the 1.8K that was watching at one point and the 1.6K that's still watching, thank you guys so much. To the chat that's been holding it down, you guys know that I love me some you. I haven't even really had to do too much monitoring tonight. So you guys are making me proud. And to the panel, thank you guys for everything that you've been saying and contributing to the conversation and keeping a steady flow. Like my moderator, Pink Diva, said, we've been over 1,600 strong tonight. So, yes, thank you all so much for tuning in and enjoying the show. And Maritha, we're going to swing back up to you. We are taking final comments, your thoughts on the show, your thoughts on your thoughts on Carlos, Tisha, Martell, the concubines. What's your final thoughts, sis?
Well, my thoughts on Carlos, I have none. My thoughts on Tisha and Marceau, I have none. With the thirst buckets, I have none. With Martell, I have none. With Mel, she's going to be okay. She's going to be more than okay because she knows She's looking to the hills from whenceforth her helps comes. So she's going to be okay. So y'all ladies have a good night, and we gonna be all right. We're not gonna let this show get us to the point to where we might need to go get counseling.
Oh no,
So
we all right.
we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine.
Look,
So that's my final thought.
we gonna say that, sis. We are fine. And I agree with you. That's why I took a couple days break. I do that often when it gets too hot out in these streets. But there are a few people, sis, that can lay across somebody's couch when it comes to love and marriage Huntsville. If you ask me. Somebody, please. But thank you, Maritha. I love me some you. Thank you for joining me tonight. You have been here from start to finish. I appreciate it. I know it's late where you are, so I hope you have a great night.
You as well. Good night, ladies.
Good
Good
night.
night, Marita.
Good night. Okay, we're gonna go over to Cheryl. Cheryl Howard, what are your
Yes.
thoughts? Anything you want to discuss?
Well,
Last couple
I
minutes.
guess I guess Letitia gonna follow Mel's blueprint after all. So, she tried to tell her. So so, maybe now she's starting to see what Melody was telling her all along.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's it. Martell, the pimp with no limp, he gonna get his.
Cheryl.
He gonna get his.
Cheryl.
He gonna get his. Trust me. But other than that, that's it. And Melameters activate. So,
Meters on it, okay? Great
and
point,
that's it.
Cheryl. That blueprint that Mel has set is one that a lot of people really can't follow. Not even just the co-workers, the cast or whatever. But yeah, Tisha been looking on, so we see it. So hopefully, like I said, maybe it's just a warning if it's true. I'm not wishing them to break up. They do have a beautiful family, beautiful girls. The son is handsome. And yeah, maybe she just needs to send a message to that male chauvinist husband of hers. Time will tell. But great points, Cheryl. Thank you so much. You held it down as well. Thank you for joining me again tonight on
You're
the
welcome. And thanks for letting me come up. And good night, ladies.
Good
welcome.
night,
Good
hon.
night.
Good night.
Good
All
night.
right, we're gonna go to Bless Queen B. Bless. Your thoughts on anything? Final thoughts on the topic tonight.
That picture that you put up with Martell there, I want to know which one of those women have coffin to house his dead. That's all. And I rest my case.
Bless. Say that again, Bless. You
I
want to know?
want to know which one of those women have a coffin to house Martell dead.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Because not even CL is helping him. So I wish them luck because the last dead that raised was Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, we not wishing death on the man.
No. When I said that, I'm talking about, lack of standing peace stand, not death.
Oh, okay. Now, y'all getting real dark now. Y'all done talked about the succubus and
yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, not the whole body dead, but the third leg dead.
Gotcha.
Yes.
The moose knuckle. Okay. Gotcha.
Lord have mercy.
Gotcha. Great
Yeah.
point. Bless. Hope you finish your homework for tonight. We will be having a members only. Now it's Wednesday. I went live last night. Maybe we'll do a members only Friday. We do have a trivia cash prize coming up. But thank you, Bless. I love me some you. Bless, you've been cutting up out in these YouTube streets. Well, in my chat and lives you have. But I thank you. I really, really do, Bless.
I do thank you and appreciate for being on the panel with all these lovely women, the different point of view that we could, have a discussion, have our own opinion, and I thank you for that. And I thank the ladies for their contribution as well.
Thank
You
you.
are so welcome, and thank you. You contribute, and we appreciate you. So thank you, Bless. I hope you have a good night.
Yes,
Stay
ma'am.
blessed.
Yeah,
All
Good
right.
thank you,
night. Good
honey.
night.
You too.
Stay blessed. All right, we're gonna swing it on over to
Mm.
succeeding too. I really enjoy all of your commentary tonight. Thank you so much for hitting the link. What are your final thoughts on anything you want to discuss
Sure.
from tonight?
So my final thoughts are, I think Carlos is trying to he's stuck in that love and hip hop mode, and he's trying to bring that to Alabama. He tried to take it to Atlanta. He got kicked out of Atlanta, and I think he's trying to bring it there. Oops.
Great point. It seems that way. For this show to have started off with such high hopes. We saw these married couples, business people, real estate. I'll never forget when they all stood in a circle and they, did the little, what do you call that? Like you're in a huddle almost. And yeah, it's like going downhill. So it does seem like it should probably end up on Zeus if Carlos does not change this thing around. So I agree with you, succeeding. I do. But
Yeah,
thank
he's
you.
thank you so much. I
You are
appreciate being
welcome.
here with
Thank
you all. Last thing
you.
I want to say is with Tisha and Marceau, I really honestly think that he's a chauvinist. He's not a nice person, but I think he does love his family because
Mhm.
you see with his reaction when Martell, do you remember when the kids with the whole conference room scene? He was the one that kind of was very upset and he went in with Martell and then he stopped working with him at that point.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think he does view family differently. They're just, him and Maurice are just chauvinists. I don't know where it came from since their dad wasn't in the home with them like that. And he said he moved in with a cousin, or an uncle or family member when he was young. So I'm not sure where that chauvinistic behavior came from, but he definitely is. And I think with Tisha, pride comes before the fall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Great points. I've been saying that when it comes to Marceau and Maurice, as far as them allegedly and in my opinion being chauvinist, you can just see it. But I do agree with you. I do think that he loves his wife. I do think that he loves his kids. I do think that he's been overprotective because he knew that he had a woman that he can really control. Yeah, great point. It's time for Tisha. Like I said, sometimes you got to make a statement, even if you don't go all the way through with it or whatever the case may be. But it's really time for her to grow some balls. Let us see it. You know,
I think they're
she,
desperate right now, though. Desperate. They
yeah,
know. I don't think that Melody plans on being on a show too long. And think about it in this time period. If you haven't planned, you haven't started building, they don't have anything going on. You know what I mean? And so they have to have a storyline, and they kind of know that. And I think Carlos has kind of drilled that into their heads. That's why Sheree was so desperate to bring Martell because she didn't care what it was. She doesn't care how. Sheree is one person. One thing Carlos has said that is true is he said Sheree doesn't care how she looks. She doesn't care she doesn't give a blank what anyone thinks was his exact words. And
yeah,
I truly believe she doesn't care how she looks. She doesn't care that she looks stupid. She doesn't care because she's coleslaw is she's older version of coleslaw.
cabbage. She's the cabbage.
She
And
is. She
mm,
is. She is. She not even collard greens
yeah,
Mm.
or kale. We all like kale now. She's not
yeah,
even a kale salad. She's, still there. And I think honestly, we talk about Bob and how Bob looked, but my goodness, the man divorced her and went and got him a degree.
yeah. And he's remarried.
Yeah, she did say that she always said how smart he was, and I think that Sheree sounds intelligent. Well, until she starts the hubba bubba talk, I call it. But she sounds intelligent at first, and then I think then she gets mixed up, and I think that's why she doesn't have that many options. We
Yeah,
used to she was an A-lister maybe 10 plus years ago when she used to be invited to the parties and people used to come to her house to bring her clothes, but we know none of that is going on with her right now. She lacks ambition and initiative. But Martell was the best that she could bring on the show, and that says a whole lot.
It does. Because almost anybody, is better than Martell, in my opinion. But
Yes.
we got a lot of people that still hold Martell up. Martell made a post stating that Miguel Wilson is his mentor now and all of that. And in another post, Miguel did comment back to Martell. So he still has the support, no matter with all the people that flooded his social media and emails, or however they contacted Miguel Wilson, he's still supporting Martell.
Men will do that, though. Men will support each other. A woman could be treated horribly. A woman could be, I mean, I won't say the name of the public figure. He had a show here in Chicago. I'll say that about him. He's lived in Trump Tower, paid $22,000 a month, to reside there. But people still, they still patronize him. So people will do that. Men will definitely do that for other men.
For sure. They do stick together. That's for sure. But great point, Succeeding. I really, really enjoyed you. And you're from
I enjoyed
the
you all. I'm from the Chi, but I live
I'm
right
from
off of the border. You from the Chi?
I'm from the Chi originally.
I thought that voice sounded familiar. That Chi voice. You know what Chi? I'm gonna have to send you some popcorn. Some of that Chicago side popcorn.
Garrett's. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna send you some better than Garrett's, and I am not joking. It's gonna be fresh made that day. Make sure your address is on there, and I'm gonna send it this weekend.
Is that the one? I don't have a P.O. box or anything listed, but is that the popcorn place on Western?
No, it's even better than that. It's called Paparazzi.
Oh,
it's okay. Yes, he's managed to stay in business in the Hazelcrest area actually for over a decade. I've known him since he opened it, and he actually puts the cheese and caramel on one kernel. I'll just say that to you.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, we're gonna have to hit me up on Instagram so we can exchange some information.
Okay, because I'll get it into you.
Yeah, Chi-Town representing. Well,
hey.
Thank you for joining me. Please
thank you all.
Next time, I really enjoyed you.
I enjoyed you all too. It was a pleasure talking to all of you intellectual ladies. It's always nice to share intellectual ideas with everyone and get all the different points of view.
Absolutely.
Have a good evening, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, Mildred is her peer pressure something else, child. Look at her talking about ordering stuff. If you saw my Amazon, oh Lord, history is a mess. But thank you again, Succeeding. We are going to go over to Anne. Let's see here. Yeah, Debbie, we're gonna end with you because I know you're gonna set it on fire. So Anne, go ahead with your final thoughts about the topics that we discussed tonight.
Okay. Like I said, I do think that this is, Letitia and Marceau, this is, I think, going towards the end for real. Like, I really think they both, because remember, it was said that they only got married because Tisha was pregnant. So, I'm thinking, they're going to use the storyline to their benefit. Why not get paid? To tell this part of the story. We all been waiting for it. We're all going to continue to watch it. So, that's why I think.
So you're saying you think that they are separated, or you think it's a storyline?
No, I think they are separated and using it for a storyline.
Oh, well, that'll be a first. Tisha and Marceau telling the truth about something. That'll be a first.
Sure would be.
But you got to look at it too. Kimmy kind of, took her shine, and with the big C, so she couldn't, be who, take over, because they thought they really had Mel gone.
Yeah.
And then Mel said has made peace with everybody. She has no beef with anybody. So, now I guess this will be Tisha's season. Because people are really tired of her and Marceau. He lives single and she lives married.
Yeah. Great points. We shall see. Again, I would be shocked if we get the real, unless this is real. If this is real, I can see Tisha speaking about it, but I don't know. You guys got me thinking in both directions. I do think that Tisha has bragged so much on her marriage. I don't see her coming out here and saying that they are going through anything. But if it's a storyline, I can see that. So we'll see. Great
Yep.
points, and
Yes, and ladies, it was a great time again. And I look forward to the next one.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hitting the link again. I love
Mhm.
all of your commentary. I will see you next time, Ann.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hope you have a good night.
All right. You too.
Okay, Red Ann, your thoughts. And after Red Ann, we're going to end it with Debbie. Go ahead, Red Ann.
I concur with Maritha. That's it.
Well, what did Maritha say, child?
She said she had no comment on none of it. None
Oh.
of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm sitting there trying to think back to what Maritha said, but
Yeah, she had no comment on none of them. You
Right.
ladies are wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Red Ann.
Have a blessed night, and yeah, I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Well, I thank you. Thank you for hitting the panel.
Good night, hon.
Get us some Huntsville tea now, whatever you can find out.
Okay.
Instagram.
Yes, I have to send you some pictures. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good night, ladies. Good night, everybody.
Good night, hon.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Now, yes, allegedly, before I get to Debbie gonna take us on out of here. Allegedly, there is some cheating going on. Let me just take a look at something real quick. Let me go back to Twitter. And people have been putting it in the chat as well. But before I say something, give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I didn't see this where I saw it. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So I thought Mel said something about marriage, and she did. She tweeted, "What rumor is out about Tiffany's marriage? I ain't heard no such thing." But I saw somebody in the comment section talking about Stormy may possibly be cheating. Somebody allegedly is cheating. That is the rumors that's going around. So everything is alleged. We shall see. I don't think Stormy is cheating on Courtney. I don't. But yeah, it's all alleged. My opinion, I don't think so. But go ahead, Debbie, take us on home for tonight. My eyelids are closing up on me.
Well, if Tisha and Marceau allegedly, if they separated, maybe Tisha will take this time to work on her insecurities, her self-worth, her self-preservation, something Martell Hotel need to take time to do before he marry that lady and mess up her life. And that man talking about mentoring him, he just want Martell to pay for them suits. Everybody bought them suits.
That's it. I agree. Look, all publicity is good publicity for a lot of people. And that man saw how folks was blowing him up. I was one of it. I posted it on my Instagram. Martell Holt, Martell Holt, Martell Holt. That man don't care what Martell got going on. He know his Instagram and everything else was dry. And then here it is, Martell Holt, and he didn't got thousands of messages. So he definitely come around for sure. Definitely.
He probably got some messages, but did he get any money? Did he get any suit orders?
Right. That's true. And I'm sorry, but I wasn't impressed. Martell had on that recycled suit where he cut the legs off and made it into like knickerbockers or whatever it was. It was a little tacky to me, Debbie. It was a little tacky. So
It was. He looked like one of the little rascals. You know them little suits they used to wear? That's what he looked like. Martell don't know how to design no suits or nothing.
Yeah.
With his country tail. Gone somewhere with that mess.
I agree with you. But you know, like I said, they going after the name. Now, whether he gets any real support or people really purchasing it, and then it wasn't just his line. A lot of the other men there were showcasing or, announcing their lines as well. So, we'll see. Everything, in my opinion, that Martell has tried to touch since he divorced Mel has just been in the trash. The little pamphlet, the calendar, the cookbook, or whatever it was. I haven't seen anything that really seems like that he's made some money on, but we shall see. We shall see. Well, great point, Debbie. Bless. Thank you again.
Yes, my love. Have a good night.
Have a good night, ladies. Thank you for having me. And
Thank
we shall, like you say, we shall see a whole lot.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We waiting. Martell talking about we coming, and my hashtag is we waiting. So we shall see.
Yes, we shall. Get some rest, Chit-Chat.
I will. I'm gonna
Night, Auntie Debbie.
Yes.
Good night. Good night, Bless.
Good
You
night.
take care.
Good
You
night.
too,
Let me
love.
say goodbye to my chat. Thank you guys so much for holding it down tonight. 1,800 strong, 1,600 strong, 1,400 strong. We did that. So I really appreciate all of you. I really do. For the new members, thank you guys for joining the cutie crew. We got Cherie Gibson, new member. Arletta, new member. Marsha, new member. Queen's T with Gigi, new member. And Nicole B, a new member. To everyone that sent me a super chat, Jeanette, Cookie from the Shy, Jeanette again, Yvette, Simone, JoJo, our Jeanette again. Thank you, Jeanette, for all of your super chats. Sherry, Valerie Owens, Sweet Thing, Mary Kelly, Christine Lambert, Diva for show. Thank you guys so much for your support. For the Cash App, Ms. J, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much for the Cash App. And guys, I'm going to say my goodbyes to some of you guys on my way out. ADR was holding it down in the comment section. Thank you so much, ADR. Miss J, good night to you too. To my moderator, Pink Diva, thank you so much. My chat did not seem like it was in shambles tonight. So maybe it's the wrench. They know I got somebody that don't play, okay? Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. And let me scroll up. I'm going to read some comments on my way out, guys. 3 hours, 31 minutes, and counting. I always say, I'm just going to get on live for a good hour and a half, and it never happens. Pretty Brown Eyes, I see that new PBE that you have in quotation marks. Now, I do believe that you told me there's another Pretty Brown Eyes out here on these YouTube streets. And it's only one Pretty Brown Eyes over here. So thank you so much for joining me, Pretty Brown Eyes. Good night. Shirley Ramisha, thank you for joining me. Cat Dog, thank you for joining me. Mel is playing my interview with her on her channel on YouTube. OMG. Thank you for saying that. I'll go back and rewind it. I believe it's on the Telltale, maybe. If that's the page, and if you're still in here, let me know for sure. If you guys did not catch me interviewing Mel, make sure to check it out. I asked some good questions, if I must say so myself. Let me put myself on mute real quick to holler at one of my fur babies. Who these dogs work me? Yes, Mary White, we are calling it a moose knuckle if you're still in here. But yeah, look, camel toe action going on. Sticking all up in there. Ill, just ill, gross. Indian Wales, have a good night. I'm just saying, Robin Love. Robin says she think it's Kiki. Mary Kelly, have a good night. Lois Hardy, good night. I'm just saying. Good night, Candy. Yes, he does. I agree. Self-sabotage. Mildred, did you drink water like me tonight? I do have a confession. I did go pour me a drink, but I didn't drink it. And I really hate it because I put ice in it, so now it's watered down, but whatever. Good night, Mildred. Okay, Chloe. I'm sorry, guys. Let me thank everybody that was on the panel, and I have to go. I believe my little fur baby got to use it. Maritha, thanks for joining me on the panel. And Red Girl, Elizabeth Holmes, Brown Skin Lady, Sherry Williams, Renata, my sis Pink Diva, Jennifer, Bad Apple, Cheryl Howard, Debbie, Miss Pia, Bless, Queen B, Succeeding 2, Red Ann, and I hope I got everyone, any content creators that was in the house. Anthony Lofty, Sherry G, a Queen's Tea with Gigi. You guys make sure you are subscribed. Congratulations to your nephew, Marshawn. That's a wonderful thing. Congratulations. The children are our future. All right, guys, I am out of here. The account is about to be closed. What account, Bless? Good night, Marova. Good night. All right, Mary Kelly, Sweet Sweet Life. Thanks for joining me. Let's see. I think I'm getting everybody. Patricia T, thank you. Barbara O, thank you. PN2 Ross, thank you. Congratulations again to Hannah Grace and Uppity for winning Mel's giveaway today. Melody Bean, good night, good night. All right, guys, I have to go. Love you all. Hope you have a great night. Ebony Dancer, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. Victoria, good night. Yes, ma'am. I will put the link on my community wall. That's the way that you'll need to join. It may already be there if you scroll down a couple posts, Victoria, but I will repost it. Good night. Terry Bay. Good night. Lois Hardy, good night. All right. We out of here, guys. Good night, Red Ann. All right. Yes, I will, sis. I will put it in the chat. Let me see. Let me go to my notes. I'm not sure if you can join it from, what is this? That's not it. Give me 1 second. And hopefully you guys can. All right, here we go. This don't look right. I don't think this right. I'll put this in the chat, but if this does not work, check the community wall tonight. Give me a couple minutes. I don't think that's right. So, yeah. But all right, guys, good night. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a good one. Chat with you guys soon. Bye. All right, I'm over here jamming to this little music. Bye, guys. I'm out of here. Good night. Chat with you guys tomorrow.